Oh no, did you miss it?
I did. I missed the Pikachu.
Can you? Oh no, if you unsubscribe it and then resubscribe it, it probably doesn't keep track, does it?
Pikachu. Nope.
Oh man. Get that subscriber notification.
That's fine.
If anyone else has Amazon Prime and wants to throw us
You'll get to see
their subscription that costs you nothing.
Oh, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I gotta grab my tablet.
Okay, so we're on. We're streaming. Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear everyone?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, buddy. Glad to see you.
Check the levels real quick. Bear, say something.
Hello.
That is a unicorn stuffy behind.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Certainly is.
Sparkle Gem. I did not see that. I have not noticed that until this moment. Well, while she's going to grab her tablet to get herself an extra screen, and we're all getting set up, would anyone like to remind the party and the audience, perhaps, if or what we did last week? What happened?
Well, could you put up the map?
Oh, which map?
The
Right
current
now we're
map.
looking at our character sheets.
The dig site map.
The dig site. Old Owl Well. So not the Sword Coast map.
There's my horse boy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, zoom into there. So last session, the party engaged in a total of 4.5 rounds of combat, during which, well, let's see. Jerk stabbed various zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Taliesin and Sparkle Gem witnessed the Necromancer retreating into the cave that he'd been digging for the past several, we don't know how long.
Mm-hmm.
And Godwald stood in the exact same place, and, well, the map kind of speaks for itself.
Taliesin horse kicked some people.
Taliesin horse kicked a Minotaur skeleton into oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
And we're about to group up and go downstairs, baby.
Yeah, that
After we clear out some more zombos.
Yeah, so as you're describing, the bones of that Minotaur skeleton stood no chance underneath the hooves of the warhorse Taliesin. Bludgeoned it into dust.
Boy.
Horse boy? It's on it. All right, yeah. I mean, it was a combat heavy round. It wasn't super long session last week, so I appreciate those updates. Thank you. Go ahead and.
As far as I can recall, it is the start of Godwald's turn. It has been 4 turns since casting Protection from Good and Evil, and 3 turns since casting Spiritual Weapon.
Can I show you guys this?
Oh, that's awesome.
It's real leather.
I can't see nothing. I can't keep the camera.
What
is it? What's it look like?
It's a D20 dice bag. What's a D20?
Oh, is it the one that you showed us last week? That's like leather number?
The detail is very good.
It's pretty cool. It's a dice bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like just a leather pouch in general.
It's more of like a. It's like a belt. It's like a satchel. I got it from the not the Renaissance Fest. They had like a Viking Fest that was like a mini Ren Fest. A lot of the vendors from Ren Fest were there. But
Cool.
Viking Fest.
Yeah. Well,
right,
so
guys.
here we are, and Godwald, absolutely correct. It was his turn as it started out. We were in the middle of combat here, and I'm sorry, Chris, you were about to say something.
I was just gonna say cognac or bourbon.
At Viking Fest? Or
No,
now?
Cognac.
Okay, cognac it is.
All right. Anybody else drinking? Do we want to do meet and greet and talk before we get into
I'm not drinking. I've decided I need to quit drinking.
I decide that every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, I quit drinking liquor completely
Straight water.
because liquor turns me into a very. How can I put this delicately?
Uh huh.
Morally loose individual?
I am not surprised.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't been to the I
right.
haven't been to the grocery store. This is just straight water.
But yeah,
All right.
I just get into too much trouble when I drink liquor. Let's just put it that way.
That's normal D&D.
Yeah, just drinking. Oh man, our Friday
No,
night game.
getting into as much trouble as possible.
Oh,
Well,
I
yeah,
like
that's
this.
D&D, but that's not how I live my real life, or try not to.
Really?
I said try.
Fair enough.
It's not my fault I'm naturally mischievous, okay?
It well, it is one of the 4 fundamental drives of humanity.
To be mischievous.
The 4 fundamental drives of humanity, as written in Discworld, are
Discworld series.
let's see, food, sleep, reproduction, and meddling in the affairs of others.
I like 3 out of those 4.
I mean,
I'll
it's,
never know which.
it's pretty much people do. All right.
I like my food. I like my sleep. The other 2 are meh.
So I'm using
You don't like to meddle?
Super Mario.
No, I hate
SGs.
meddling in people's lives. I try to do it as minimal as possible. But let's get back to D&D.
I mean, if we want to, it's up to you guys.
Okay,
Godwald,
so.
All right.
Could you
Yeah. So, does anyone remember why we came back to Old Owl Well?
To stop the necromancer from doing shady shit.
we can
Because
kill him.
here it has said so. And
All
because I
reasons?
prepared the right spells.
That's pretty funny.
And there's magical items in here.
Yeah,
So we
All
keep
right.
that in our pockets.
The loot, the killing, the quest.
the
I like it.
8-minute video.
3 minutes.
Of a lot of flexing and a
Felt
lot
like
of muscles.
Yeah, the flexing portion felt like 8 minutes. Well, he's just like not giving you information. That was pretty good. Yeah. So as you get approached, you see here, same situation. You've got these like walls that range from like 5 to 8 feet. There's the stench of dead men in the air. The red-robed necromancer, very obviously a necromancer. Now we've seen entered into the area that was being dug up at the center of the tower here. And we return at Godwald's turn. And just a heads up, just a reminder, it's going to go Godwald, Sima, Jerk, Taliesin, with a variety of zombies in between.
Okay.
There are certainly a variety of zombies.
Wee.
Let's see. So there's the zombie behind Jerk. There's the zombie behind the horse. There's several zombies that are still feared by the pipes, if I have that right.
Correct.
That is correct. They cannot approach the source of their fear.
And of what looks like the 4 zombies in melee range of me, have any taken damage this combat?
Well, let's see who we got. 9, 8, 12, and all right. Yeah. I mean, it's difficult to tell when you are looking at an undead creature about whether or not it's
All right,
taking any
let's
kind
see.
of damage. But you would remember that let's see, zombie 8, and now it's like find him again. You would remember that this zombie is taking damage.
All right. I'll use my. Let's see, gotta expand this. Check that there. Reread this spell.
I'm gonna wisdom saving throw, aren't I?
First, I'd like to use my bonus action to have my spiritual weapon attack
Nice.
the zombie that is not feared.
This one behind you. Well, kind of behind you. I guess you turned around. Yep. All right, yeah, he's within range. What do you roll to attack with that number? With your spiritual
Roll a
weapon.
melee spell attack.
All right. See if you hit.
That's 13 plus 6, 19.
Oh, it hits. How much damage does this? And what type of damage does this spiritual weapon do? Just for my.
I think
It
it was
looks like
force damage.
11 magical force damage.
All right.
Last
11
time,
magical force
last
damage
time
does
we
not hit.
played, did we discuss that status effect on Godwald looks like a vagina?
You brought it up, yes.
What? No, I'm not sure I remember this. But he does 11 damage, which, how do you, in what way does this spiritual weapon destroy this zombie?
Slice in twain.
Cut it right down the middle. And it, let's see. So it did 11. Yeah, straight down the middle, cutting it in half, and it immediately stops moving. Doesn't even do any of the kind of writhing or shaking that you've seen the others do in the past. Zombie down.
Let's see,
Got
and
got.
with
Wait, no, that wasn't zombie. No, shoot.
that
You
was
attacked
not.
the one that was. Shit. So, let's see. Had you attacked that zombie, they would be dead. But instead, I will undo what I've just done to my spreadsheet and the map because.
I
Oh,
am
that
sorry
was a
for the
mistake.
confusion.
Nope. I'm sorry for
2004.
slowness. No, 2004 was fine.
It was a song reference. Never mind.
I know I can't get them. You know I'll never will. You can try it on me, but it will fail. I apologize. Well, in that case, yeah, you do 11. You do 11 magical force damage to that zombie standing up behind you. And what's next?
I'd like to use my main action to cast Toll the Dead on that zombie.
All right, wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Creatures. I just had to remember it's negative because he's so wise. Oh, he gets a 0. He does not make that save.
All right. Then I roll damage.
All right.
That's 3 magical necrotic damage.
3 magical necrotic damage. All right. That is your bonus action in action. You have movement left if you want to move or try, I suppose.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Every. Let's see. Can that? Let's see. Can. Not worth it. Pass.
All right. Sparkle Gem. This is your turn. You are riding atop the war horse.
Yeah.
All your performance skills coming into your account to help you here as you are riding this saddleless horse.
Right, holding on for my dear life.
You doing it, girl.
I'll just cast Chill Touch like I have been on this one.
All right, ranged spell attack.
Yep. 13.
How much force damage was it, Oz? I'm sorry.
13
hits.
I rolled 11 force damage and 3 necrotic damage.
Okay, thank you. And then Sparkle Gem, that hits, and you roll damage.
Yep, and damage is 3. And necrotic, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, necrotic damage.
All right.
And that undead now has disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
if it attacks you.
Yeah.
Wait, is Chill Touch a
Alright.
melee? Does she get sneak attack damage because he's within 5 feet of an ally?
No, it's a
It
range
is.
attack. It's 120 feet.
It's a ranged spell attack too. I think that counts against yours, but I'll just check. Although it might be a melee spell, so that may count.
No,
But anyways.
it's a range spell. So, and as far as I know, sneak attack doesn't apply to spells unless certain conditions are met.
Sneak attack alone usually needs advantage unless an ally is nearby. So,
Finesse your ranged weapon.
Oh yeah, she's ratting
yeah.
an ally.
all right. So that was Jesus, guys. I don't like too many things.
Gotta be
On
some other kind.
three-
I'll look at it
Three
later.
more necrotic damage to that same zombie that's been attacked. He's suffered quite a bit now. All right, Sparkle Gem, that was your action. Do you do anything else this round? As you've been brought back and forth across the battlefield?
I'm just going to. I'll use my bonus action to disengage, so nothing can get an attack of op on me
Okay.
if the horse decides to move.
Yeah.
Other
All
than
right.
that, I'm gonna chill on the horse.
All right.
If the horse
couple
has
more.
a name.
Right? No, it's a horse with no name.
32, 8, and 6. I'll look him up. Where can I find my friends? Zombie 8 takes a strike at Godwald with disadvantage because you still have your attack up,
Yes.
right? Well, that's good because that one was 15. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, that one is 13. Oh, but that's still not very good to hit you guys, right?
Depends on who he's in.
He's attacking Oswald. Yeah,
13
Godwald.
total. 13 total does not hit.
16 to hit. Sorry.
16 total does not hit.
Didn't think it did. All right. And then the next zombie, 5, 10, 15, 20. Moving on to come behind Jerk. And that means it is now Jerk's turn.
All right. Well,
Yeah, 2 zombies coming in behind you.
since this dude's right here, I'll take a swipe at him with my. What did I decide last time? I had the dagger in my.
You did your dagger first last time, and that was successful, and you had been messing with your rapier all freaking
Yeah.
day.
All right, so we're gonna dagger, dagger with dominant hand.
Okay, yeah. Especially with your fast hands, like all that ability, your interaction to like swap hands with the swords, absolutely. So you're doing your main hand with the dagger.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got a 3 plus.
Jesus.
Actually, 3 plus 6. Wow. Okay, I got a 9. I didn't realize it was that high.
It's that high.
Yeah. A 9 hits.
Nice. I did it.
You hit him.
All right. So 1d4 plus 4. 6.
You, with your dagger, you end up slicing up a bunch of its face, cutting off parts of it down skin to the bone, goes flying off. Little bits of damage, but it stands there looking at you. Eyes
Alright.
still intact, but no face.
Then the offhand, I rapier.
All right.
That's a. Do I still get the plus 6 for my offhand?
Not on your offhand. You don't get the bonus on. Guys, is it attack or damage? Please help me. Oz.
I'd have to look it up. Give me less than
Damn
10
it.
seconds.
Okay. I think it's you don't get the bonus. You don't get the proficiency bonuses. So that
you
means
get, you get the plus 6 to attack. You don't get the plus 2 to damage.
Yeah, so you
Plus
don't get
4
the
to
bonus damage, the plus
Okay.
4 to damage.
All right, so I do hit him. I do hit him then, because it's a 5 plus 6, 11.
Yeah, that hits.
And then a 1d8 damage, no bonus.
One more damage on the zombie.
All right, so I just poke him through one of the holes I just made, and it barely scratches the inside of his skull. All right.
You shove it that rapier up through its head, and you realize you're like, well, that just blinded a thing that's not using its eyes. How weird.
I saw that in Pirates of the Caribbean.
All right, so I disengage as my bonus action,
All right.
and then I'm going to use my movement.
Well, you can't use your bonus action. You use your
Oh,
bonus
that's right. I
action to
did use
attack
my
a second
bonus action.
time.
Shit.
You do this multiple times.
Okay.
Well, do you take the physical challenge?
I do.
Yeah.
He's
All right.
taking the physical challenge.
And I'm gonna,
Zombie 2 gets an attack of opportunity while you're moving.
And I move to stand on this dead man here, I think.
Okay. He gets a grand total of a 3 plus 3 to hit. 6 does not hit you.
Does not hit. And that makes
Swings
me
and a miss.
a happy man. Or a happy tiefling.
All right, that's your action, bonus action, and movement.
That's everything.
We got a couple of those zombies that are going to get the chance to go here. 4, 9, and 2. Gotta zoom out to find them all. Every time. 4, 9, and 2. Where's 4? Where are you hiding in this map?
Some of the stacks around me are 2 zombies deep.
Yeah, but I've been moving them to the map layer so that we don't have to deal with them being in the way. And I can't see him. All right, well, I can't find him. Sure, he's on here somewhere. Okay. Yeah, he is in there somewhere. All right. Some zombie movement. You did notice one of the zombies. Let's see. Who would have seen it? Godwald and Jerk, you did witness one of the zombies close in on you much faster than they seem to have moved in the past. Taliesin, it'll be your turn. Horse boy. Horsing it up. Horsing around.
Godwall does force damage. I do horse damage.
Horse damage.
So pretty much everything's dead except this one, and this one, right?
No, those are fear icons.
Yeah, the skull and crossbones are dead. So this one's dead, this one's dead, this one's dead, this one is. But there is a live zombie here. There's a live zombie here. 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 Here.
I'm just gonna stomp on. I'm gonna kick this one.
All right. You doing your bludgeoning warhorse?
Yeah. It's I think plus 6.
Let's look.
It is plus 6, so that would be 12.
12 hits.
Or actually, that's a 9. So, but yeah.
9 also hits. Zombies. Not a lot of armor. They're undead. Little minions.
7, 8, 9, 10. 11 damage to this Zambo.
All right. And we're on 11. 9 damage to zombie 11.
It was 11 damage.
It was 11 damage?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's plus 4.
Okay.
2d6 plus.
Difficult to tell the difference between a damaged zombie or a not damaged zombie, but he seems to be undead and walking around. You definitely felt something crunch beneath your hooves, but
All
it's
right.
still upright. It's almost like it's kind of absorbing a lot of the crunches you as you hoof
Bit of
it.
give there.
Mm-hmm. A little squishier sack, not a rigid bone while you're attacking the other creatures. But yeah, so was that some movement and an attack, or no? You're just right in front of it. Attack. What's next? Anything else?
I guess I will. Sparkle. I don't know. Sparkle Gem, I think, is still on top of me, but
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, you buck me off and I have to make a dex save.
No, I mean she's riding you. She just moves along with you.
yeah, I just can't move her.
I gotcha.
I got it.
So I backed up over here.
I was looking
Case I
at
need
some of my
to
spell
somebody
stuff.
again.
All right, we'll give Zombie 11 a chance to attack you. Although with his 8, I don't imagine that hits your AC. No, it's 11. All right.
Wait, who's mine?
Talisons.
The war
Zombie.
horses.
Yeah, the war horse, I guess. So let's see, 13, 12, 11, and 10. There are opportunities to move now. So let's see what we got.
Oh, did you say an 11?
13, 12, 11, and 10.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and find them in the order. Hang on. So many zombies. So many. Zombie 11 strikes at Godwald with disadvantage because he has his protection from good and evil up, which means he gets a whopping, dang it, natural 20 on one, but 3 on the other, so he gets a whopping 6. He is unable to make that strike. 2 others move. What am I hiding you, that Zombie 13? Whatever. Can't find it. I'm not going to hold this up. All right. Moving on. Godwall, we're back at the round with you. That means it's now been 5.5 rounds since we started.
Let's see. Start with main action. Toll the dead on the zombie in front of me.
I am gonna need a little more information than the one in front of you.
To the west of me.
This guy?
Confirmed that, yes.
All right. Toll the dead is wisdom saving throw, which is a -2. Means he gets a 6. Jeebus.
That is a fail.
Man, I've been rolling terrible for these things. So how much damage does he take?
9 necrotic damage.
Zombie 9 takes 9 necrotic damage. In an almost poetic fashion. This zombie falls. How do you... Let's see. Do you want to describe it?
No.
All right. One more zombie hears the toll of death calling him back to the land of the dead. You just see it kind of turn and look and then fall down. It is... Oh, you're moving in. How much damage was that? Was it 9 plus 5?
Plus 14.
Right. He does not make it. Yeah, it falls down, and you can almost see something like kind of lifting it back up. That is, it just falls back down again.
And which zombie did the horse attack?
Zombie 11 over here. Yep.
All right. I'll try a bonus action. I have the spiritual weapon attack that zombie.
All right. Give me your melee spell attack.
Mm-hmm. 17.
17 definitely hits. These shambling undead. Oh, they're strange appearances. I can't remember which one was which on here, but definitely not the mailman.
7 force damage.
7 force damage on zombie 11. You can tell that it hits. You see the damage done as it cleaves off a chunk of a shoulder, an arm kind of dangling down underneath from the wound, but it's still upright and moving.
And it's at the top of the stairs that I want to go up.
It is. It is blocking
All
the
right.
way.
Then I pass my turn.
All right. Sparkle Gem.
I'm gonna pull out my. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just pull out my crossbow and shoot at this guy. Oh, it might help if it clicks. Phew, I can't even tell what that is. It's on the side.
It looks like a 6 to me.
Yeah, so that would be a whole whopping 9.
9 to hit. It hits.
Wow, these things are like super squishy.
This is the second time this session we've hit on a 9.
Which would be 5 damage. Plus sneak attack.
Whoa, wait. No one's near this, right?
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. Never mind, so no sneak attack.
No. Yeah, and you don't have any
That's my
advantage
bad.
on that one.
Does being on a horse count?
No.
Do the Pipes of Frightening give you advantage? Did the Pipes of Fright give you any kind of advantage on the ones you attack? Like, would that give you advantage?
I think it just gives them disadvantage against everything.
Pipes of Haunting.
I could look it back up, but
Okay, yeah.
I'll look back into
So
it right now
that-
just as a refresher. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. And that one isn't affected by that spell anyways. I was just kind of curious for the others.
Yeah.
But so you do 5 total damage. Zombie 10. All right. You're still atop Taliesin the Warhorse, the horse boy, doing horse damage. Anything else? No, I was saying Sparkle Gem. She's still atop the horse boy. Doing horse damage.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. Sorry,
Okay.
I was looking up frightened policies and such quick.
Okay. Is the end of your turn then?
Yeah, end of my turn.
All right. 8 and 6. So another zombie continues the assault to strike Godwald with. Ooh. Whoa. With disadvantage 18. So that hit? Does that meet or beat?
Disadvantage, 18 beats.
With disadvantage.
18 beats.
Wait, that was with disadvantage you got at 18?
It was!
Which means that so that's like a 15 and a 17 on the die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I'm so happy because I haven't hit anything.
I've been attacked
in a while.
enough times
I haven't
that
hit anything in a while.
I mean,
Jesus. All right.
Alright.
I don't even know what damage it does. Cheapest.
wow.
like 1d6 or something?
Because it was a 15 plus 3 that made 18, so it's a d6 plus 1. Yeah, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what the damage was. It does a grand total of 3 damage to you, Oswald. Or should I say Godwald? I'm sorry. Dude, it's so easy for me to slip that one. Apologize. I apologize so much. Godwald, you take 3 bludgeoning. Yeah, 3 bludgeoning damage.
I take 3 damage.
Yeah, rough times for everyone involved. Jeebus.
I go down to 90%.
Yeah, and then 8 to 6. Zombie runs in, lurking in towards you, trying to close a gap. And then Jerk. You notice several of the zombies starting to move faster than they moved before. It is your turn.
Ah, I'm standing on this boy, so I will turn around, and I think this one was the one I stabbed a couple times. So I will try to stab him again.
Man, you definitely have
So dagger.
hit that zombie.
Ooh, I got him.
What was it? Sorry, I got.
Oh, it's fine. 19.
Natural 19, not including mods.
So 25.
Nice. Definitely hits. All right. What's your damage? What weapon were you using on this?
Does the fine dagger. That's what I'm going to lead with for the remainder
For a
of
while.
the zombies. Yeah.
All right.
Don't forget you do get a sneak attack bonus because Godwall is right next to you.
The
Well,
creature he is attacking is
It's
not.
not within
next to
5
them.
feet.
Oh, okay. Wait, how?
I went for this one because I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay.
He was already
I am
damaged.
not within 5 feet of that one.
All right, so 2 plus 4 is 6.
6 damage. Zombie 2. All right.
All right, so then after I do that, I take a swing at this one with my rapier.
All right.
18 plus 6 is
Also
24,
hits by a wide margin. Hi, Cat.
and a 1d8. And this one I do get sneak attack damage with.
You do. You have an ally within 5 feet.
So
You roll an extra.
7. And then
How many extra d6 do you roll?
2. Right?
All
It's
right.
2d6 for sneak attack.
Correct.
2d6 plus anything. Well, let me just look.
No, it's just straight 2d6, and then it's. And since
That is
it's
your plus.
offhand,
So 11.
18
So
damage?
18 damage total.
Sweet Jesus.
18 damage total on zombie 6. That's a massive amount of damage in one attack. How do you rapier this zombie to death?
Oh, he's dead? All right. So I basically just stab the one in the
Yes,
face.
yes,
and
he's
then-
dead. He's a zombie.
I have my rapier, I draw it, and I swing across to the one next to him and just take his head clean off.
And you don't
With-
say anything?
No.
With that decat. Oh man.
I'm too
weird.
angry to say anything.
With that decapitated zombie, you watch it fall, twitch and writhe without its head, but not rise.
All
So
right.
that was your attack and your bonus action.
Everything around me is
Pretty much dead.
yeah. So I'm going. Well,
Yeah, there's a zombie
He's-
behind you. This zombie's dead now.
yeah, that one's dead now. I've got this one still alive. This one's still alive that I didn't even see was alive. That one. This one. This one. I'll just stay put. And that's that.
All right. All right, the one of the 2 zombies that you just attacked turns to you, takes a swing at Jerk, getting a natural 1. So as it like leans in to attempt to bite you, you catch its mouth on your rapier, and its teeth just kind of break out from its face.
Ew.
It damages itself.
That's pretty gross.
It hurt itself in its confusion.
Tried to bite through steel, couldn't do it. All right, that puts us back up at Horsey Boy.
All right. Is this guy still alive then?
No,
Okay.
Wait, who? What? 11?
This one?
Yeah, he is.
then why
Okay.
does he have a death symbol on him?
He does not have a death symbol on him. There's a death symbol on the one next to him.
I see a death symbol on both of these two on my screen.
Here's zombie 11 that he's aiming at. I'm moving around. See how there's no
Okay.
death symbol on it?
Yeah.
Means underneath him there is one.
Okay.
No.
That's where my confusion
That's
came
the-
from.
See the swarm of the undead and bodies surrounding Godwald and Jerk.
I'm gonna back up 10 feet and then charge 20 feet at this one and stomp him.
All right.
You.
He's trying to like keep up. It's funny. All right, so that's your trampling charge, right?
Yeah. That's
So-
17.
17 hits.
And then
He's gotta do it.
let's see.
Ranked save.
2d6.
Ooh. Yeah, so do your damage for your hooves.
So it's 12, and then do you go prone?
Wait, what? 12? So it's 8 plus.
8
Oh,
plus
I'm-
4.
Plus, it's
4.
bludgeoning
Well.
damage.
Let's look if he 10. See if he isn't still up. It's knocked prone as it dies.
Oh, it died?
As you charge it and you knock it prone and you knock it over, you notice it fall down dead.
Alright.
How much damage was that total?
12?
12? Gotta be 17. It's not. It's like everything you kill just seems to not quite die for a moment before you guys kill these things. But it does not rise back up.
Nice. Alright, I don't really have anything else I can do. I think, what do they have? 1, 2, 3,
Like
4,
four?
5.
Well, let's see. You moved back. How does this work?
I've moved 20 feet. I have 60. I moved back 10, and then I charged 20, so it's 30. So I still have 30 feet of movement.
Oh, okay, but you can only attack the same one as a bonus action. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll just stay here.
All right. Zombies 13, 12, 11. Gotta find all these zombies. And another zombie takes a disadvantage strike at Godwald. Getting a grand total of 8.
Missed.
Not hitting you. Yep. Does not connect. What's wrong? All right, and that makes it Godwald's turn. Welcome to turn 6.5.
Wow, that was a harrowing thing.
Yeah, it's almost like you're extremely well prepared, and these creatures don't stand much of a chance against you.
Let's see. I'll use the spiritual weapon attack on the zombie to my southeast.
All right, you're southeast. Gotcha.
That's a 24
Well, that is a hit.
for 11 force damage.
How does the spiritual weapon annihilate this creature?
Let's try slicing this one in twain.
It's a practiced move now. You've done it once, you've done it twice. Zombies split right down the middle, almost as if you've been doing this all day, every day. Although you've maybe only been doing it for less than a minute. All right, so it's 7. Makes a total of 12. Yeah, that you've expertly dispatched yet another undead creature.
All right.
That was your bonus action with the spiritual weapon, right?
Yes.
All right, what's next?
How much move would it take for me to get here?
We got some bodies stacked up, so you're definitely going through difficult terrain. So, and 1 is difficult terrain, and we called 2 as to make like
Impassable.
as like a pile. Yeah, I mean you could try and like jump it. So if you like tried to jump over the bodies, it would be like a standing kind of jump from where you're at, but plausible to go over it. Right?
I am willing to make I'm willing to try and make a roll
Yeah, I
as
think
my
you
action
would.
to get over this.
Yeah, your movement just costs you 10 feet per 5 feet. I'm not mildly dyslexic, no. So if you would do jump over them instead of going 5'10", you'd be 5'10", kind of treating it almost like difficult terrain, but with your jump, you don't need to make a check for that. You can just do a standing jump over them, 10. So you go, let's like this, right? 5, 10, 15. So for every 10, so 20. So your movement gets you like to jump over the bodies as you climb the stairs and jump over them to one square on the other side of the zombies.
Sure.
Stack.
And I'll take 2 opportunity attacks.
Yeah, with disadvantage. But yeah.
Yes. So I'll take those now.
All right. 2 opportunity attacks. Roll my advantage die plus 2 others. So for the first zombie, he only gets a grand total of 6. But the second zombie gets 13. I don't believe either of those hit your
Nope.
cloak of protection flapping around in their area, so they're unable to connect with any of those attacks, and that would have been. Yep. All right. So that's your action, bonus action, and movement.
Let's see. I'd like to prepare Toll the Dead for if anything comes out of the tunnel.
You didn't use your action to it?
Does the jump count?
No, it just costs you more movement. So it's like 10 every square. So you got to go 2 squares, so it costs you 20.
All right, then I'd like to prepare that action.
All right. So prepare Toll the Dead if anything attacks you.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I want to make sure I heard right. All right. Sparkle Gem, you've witnessed a lot of
Death.
a lot of re-death. You're still riding your friend the warhorse boy. And what do?
I'll use my crossbow to aim at that dude behind Jerk. And that's an 18.
18 hits. Yeah, You got a line of sight on it.
And then 1d8. That's 7 there, plus the 2d6s. Did it roll that one? Yeah, it did. 2, 4, so that's 6. 13 damage total.
6 and 4 is 10, and 2 plus 1, 13 to zombie. It only has disadvantage if it attempted to attack you. It can't move toward you either. Hits and does damage. All right. You did a total of 13 damage. On the 12. All right. Anything else with the rest of your turn?
I'll just pet Talison's mane and be like, "It's okay, buddy. We got this."
Calm my warhorse down a little bit.
Yeah, I might calm my horsey down. That's not really my horsey.
I started like doing that like side gallop dance thing.
Dance victory.
And yeah, that'll end my turn since I can't do much else other than maybe jump down, but that sounds boring.
Okay. Sorry.
Take your time. You got a lot more to keep track of than we do.
All right, yeah, but that means we have one more in the area here who will move forward into this unoccupied space on the steps and swing its long limbs at Jerk. And gets a natural 20.
Am I within eyesight?
On here?
Yeah.
All right, but isn't it attacks on you, or is it just attacks?
No, the pipes make it so it's all attacks as long as I'm in eyesight. If they're frightened. I copied and pasted the rules for frightened in the chat.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. No, because frightened. Within sight of your... on the source of sphere in line of sight. You're right. All right. Woohoo!
You are so lucky, Jerk.
Yeah, he gets a 12 instead. Does 12 make it?
That's a miss.
No, 12 does not. All right. Well, Jerk just came up to you and attacked you. It's your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna attack it back.
Oh.
We'll do rapier first this time. Although I do regret my buddy running away because that takes away my good damage.
Right.
14 plus 6. 20.
20 hits.
It's a 1d8 plus 4. One of these days I'll get all these dice. I'll know what they do or which one's which. So that is a 9.
Yeah, D8 plus 4, 9 damage on which?
The one that
This
attacked
guy?
me.
The one that just came up to you. All right. As you
Actually,
slice
hold
up.
on. It's nope. Never mind.
That was it. No, you said it as he attacked you, but as you go and deal this damage, how do you end this zombie's re-existence?
That is with the rapier.
Yeah.
I put it in his nose.
Shrunk right through the head, right up through a nostril.
And then I kick his body off my rapier with my into a pile of his friends.
Do I technically count you for?
No.
I say, do you
For
force
that?
him to make a
I'll tell you what. I
unarmed
won't.
attack?
I tell you, I won't. You kick it into which direction do you kick it?
I want to kick it out in this one.
So you kick it on over to here.
Actually, yeah,
The-
yeah.
As you stick the rapier up through its head, do a little spin kick and knock it over so that it's prone. The zombie falls down, switches, seems to stop moving like all the rest does, and then you see it continue to writhe.
All right. Well,
Is that an ability check or is that?
It sounds like a save
He's just wiggling.
that he's been making for every zombie this whole time.
I know.
I
but
know. It
doesn't mean I can't try it. Okay.
I also think that zombie spot is outside your line of sight.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Now it
disengage
is.
as my bonus.
Yeah.
It is lying on the ground.
I'm gonna
Which
disengage.
means you get
Okay.
advantage.
And I'm going to move. What's that? 5. I'm gonna move over by Godwald here.
Okay, you'll have to do the jump. So 5, 10, 20, your movement's 30. So you can
does
make that jump.
Does that count as climbing?
Uh,
Or acrobatics.
Climbing costs me no extra movement speed, and I can jump plus 4 feet if with a running start.
okay. Well, rather than, I mean, you would easily jump it. You could also easily just do a very fancy step over right on top of the zombie bodies.
Okay,
You just
whatever.
kind of like jump up, foot tap over on one of their heads, and bounce over to next to Godwald.
As long as I make it to where I'm going, I don't care
Yeah.
if I fall in the mud.
And then you fall in the mud.
Yeah, I do
Speaking of,
all that fancy acrobatics, and as soon as I land, I just slip and eat shit.
But not really. Anyways,
Okay.
so that's your action, your bonus action, and your movement. It kind of moves us along. A couple more zombies, and we'll move to Taliesin here. 4 and 2.
That's
Good old Zom 2. 1, 2, 4 into the. It can't jump over the pile. So it'll attempt to climb it and be stacked on top of it. So a zombie is kind of crawling over the other pile of bodies at the moment.
if we
And
make
then
a pile there, they won't be able to
Or-
get through.
I've seen that movie.
We should do it.
and then Talison's turn. Is it okay if I run to the restroom and stand up for a second? Or we're pretty close to 9. All
Well,
right.
maybe
we
we
do that
can-
in reverse order.
Yeah, there's no bedtime tonight because she doesn't have school tomorrow, so we can take a break now.
What?
Sparkle Chip's already gone, so we might
Okay.
as well.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
good?
fine with
All right, we'll start back up on Talison's turn when we come back. And
Sure.
it is now 7 rounds since combat began. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Also, I gotta tell you about my spinal injection last week. It is probably the greatest thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. So that's cool, and I'll talk to you about it later.
Whew. Did everybody go AFK for a second? Because I was. And it's my turn?
They went to go to the restroom and stuff.
It is
Okay.
not your turn.
Okay. I just had to really use the restroom, and the bathroom closest to this room was occupied, so I had to go across the place.
Oh.
Ayo.
Thanks for taking an early break, guys.
Oh, is that what this is? Is it early break? Because if so, I'll go smoke a cigarette quick.
Yeah, this is the early break. You were gone for a second. Go for it.
Yeah, I had to really pee, but the bathroom
Yeah.
closest to this one was occupied, so I had to go across the place.
Dun dun dun.
I know. The whole extra, what, 50 feet or whatever?
Next week on The Amazing Race.
The amazing race of what? Emptying my bladder?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
Alright.
Let's go with that.
I'm sure something went over my head, but I'm not surprised there.
I mean, do I ever understand any of it? No. So, wouldn't worry
I mean,
about it.
that's my life in a nutshell.
Me not understanding any of it, I understand. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, like, legitimately, I don't understand most things. I'm just like, oh, look, a pretty flower.
Not that.
Hey, at least I'm blissful.
Wait, you don't think that she's a pretty flower? Are you insulting her, Ben?
That's not what I thought they meant. That's not what I meant, and that's not what I want to get into right now.
I am a ditz through and through, okay? Like, I have no problem admitting it.
I like his groan there. He's like, oh god, what
Right?
do I
Like-
say? How do I respond to this? I'm not sure.
How do I deal with a human like that? At least I'm not a valley girl ditz, just a nerdy ditz.
Oh, I can do
Hang
a
on.
really good Valley Girl. Are you ready?
Oh my
No,
goodness.
I will not be ready for that ever, I think.
Like, oh my god, I can't believe what like Bobby did the other day. It was insane. It was totally nuts. Like it was oh my god.
Coming soon to the CW.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's you should actually have, if we go into town, some valley girl just spazzing out that we have to interact with now.
I mean, like I could do that. I could bring you that character because
That would be a challenge.
I
Right?
understand and despise cheerleader culture so much that I can do that thing. So I'd be prepared. I could also give you terrible Russian accent.
I'm good on that. I'm gonna go for a cigarette on that note.
Why, friends? Why would you go and leave us now? You know, if you're going, you should give us better warning. It would be a friendly thing to do. Terrible. Let's see. We could also do.
terrible.
Yeah, we could also do
Horrible.
really bad French. You always got to start off with a. Oui, ha. What is it? What do they say? Oh, of course I'm French. Why do you think I have this ridiculous accent?
Yeah,
no, this- Reasons why Jared doesn't really do a lot of voices during the D&D sessions, because my characters consist of bad Russian, bad French. I mean, like, I'm probably just like being wildly offensive to people, and like I would not want to do
Anyways,
it.
It would be funny.
Would do what?
You should do it anyways. It would be funny.
Yeah. Anyways, I gotta try and do a Scottish one. Or maybe like listen to some things. I was actually thinking that might be fun. Like if I just tried to like find some examples of a TV version of an accent, right? Like so the TV version of a Scottish accent. Watch some.
Samurai Jack.
Watch. I was gonna say watch some. Oh, so the bad Japanese.
So just do
No,
Oh.
Samurai Jack has a Scotsman in it.
Fresh
That's
the whole time.
very.
Wait. Oh, okay.
You haven't seen the Traveling Scotsman?
I have. I remember.
They even brought him back for the revival.
Did they?
Yeah.
It's funny. I didn't. Is that a thing already? Like, cause I never watched that the revival.
Yes, the Adult Swim Samurai Jack season 4.
Oh, jeez. I should go see this thing. I guess.
It was quite good.
I mean, Samurai Jack was good. So
Available through the Adult Swim app for free with ads.
You know, what's his name? Like Gennady Tartakovsky or something?
Tartakovsky, who
Tartakovsky, thank you.
was, after working on Samurai Jack seasons 1 through 3, was brought onto a small studio running a Samurai Jack film. They had a director and producing company lined up that were stolen by a bigger gig. That
Yeah.
company failed, and he now works for Sony Pictures Animation on things like the Hotel Transylvania series, which do have some charm to them.
It's interesting. I know, like the things that he was producer or creator on, I really enjoy his Star Wars. Like his Star Wars is so good. And I
Yes.
don't remember, like it's so good. Like,
If you want to, if you want me to explain to you some of my favorites of the other Clone Wars series, I have a few favorites.
but I mean, like his,
Yes,
because it was a Clone Wars.
Yes, it was really good.
Yeah, yeah. He really brought like all that magic from
Yes.
Samurai Jack to that. I mean, in reality, like Samurai Jack almost felt like a time traveling Jedi, anyways. So,
Yes.
right?
Oh,
Hey.
oh. So quickly before we start the stream, Foos and I were talking about
Stream's
taking.
already on. It's still on.
Okay, never
Streams
mind.
are still on.
Yeah.
Then I'll talk about that later.
All right.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, thousands of miles away.
Oh crap! Whose turn did we leave on? Taliesin.
I don't know. I was AFK for that moment.
Who's Taliesin?
So
Oh, let's clean up these Zombos.
Godwald has gotten past them.
Yeah, if you want to start going back down into the tunnel and find the source of this whole mess, I'll follow you.
I mean,
Because
is that
Jerk is
what
also
we're...
on this
Okay,
side of the
Jerk's
stairs
also
too.
up here, yeah. So I guess I will jump down here and then go in the tunnel.
Okay.
Dark vision activate.
So you have like how much move left when you get to the tunnel mouth?
40. I'm just gonna go another 20 in there.
Okay.
Um,
If I remember correctly, with her dark vision, she was able to see a little bit farther, and it was
I
like
was able
80.
to see
Actually,
that it bent.
I'll go the full
Into the
extra.
okay.
I'll go the full extra 40 because I do remember that we said that we looked in there and it was just like a long tunnel.
It
Yeah.
was 60 feet in or
But
80
you could-
feet in, and then it bent.
Right. So you guys were about here. We
Yeah.
just 10 inside, and then your full movement's like. Are you dashing? Is that what you're saying?
No, my movement speed as a warhorse is 60 feet.
Okay. So you move 60 feet in. You're getting farther down in towards the tunnel. It's getting darker in. Sparkle Gem's able to see, but as a warhorse, you're noticing that it's just getting darker and darker for you to see in, and you're starting to get towards the edge of where the sunlight's shining in that you can see. All right, I'm gonna take you guys off.
Can I roll horse
Off this
perception
map.
to see if I hear anything?
As you're like run. Okay, like you run that distance and stop. Yeah, sure.
As I hold on so I don't like fly over your head.
Let's think like if you had dashed, like you'd be running the whole time, so you'd be at disadvantage for perception while you're running. But yeah, you run in, you stop, you see.
That's a 12. Wait, I still have my ability
Yes.
modifiers.
Yeah, Wild
that's
Shape
a-
says you can use your +5 on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a 16.
Right. You do not hear anything.
Okay. Well, that is
And
the
you
end.
Can I
and
make a
you're starting
perception?
to notice that like basically the light seems to sort of end at the tunnel where it curves for you. So you could kind of tell that it would be dark farther from in there. And sure, yeah, go ahead.
I would say make a perception, see what I can see with dark vision. I see my eyelids.
You don't see anything else other than what you'd seen before. This is
Yeah,
basically a tunnel that's kind of like going down into the earth, so it's like sloped downward. As it goes about 60 feet, you see that it kind of takes a curve or a turn and continues to slope downward. So it's what you'd seen before.
This adventure has taken a turn.
It hasn't yet. All right.
No,
Well,
the
that's your
adventure has already gone that way. So
Oh crap!
Right.
I checked
Can I,
something.
as a or just as an interaction with Sparkle Gem, just kind of like motion for her to like get down.
I mean, I'll totally jump off if that's what we're trying to do, since I haven't used any movement for the past like 3 turns.
well. So basically, as you
Well, I'm gonna have to reconnect to that Discord call. Let's try going there, and then there. Yep. Looks like Discord pooped. Ah, fun times, fun times. Yay! All right. Yo.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, so this is working. I'm wondering if it's like just the call.
Yeah, it is. It seems like it's just a call. So we can start a new one. Here, I'll
Okay.
call you.
Okay.
All right. Well, I invited
So
everybody.
Oh, hey.
I don't know what happened there.
All right, I'm in.
yeah, there we go.
go ahead, comms.
Check.
Thank you, Discord, for the hiccup.
I got everybody but Jared, and there he is. Now Oz is in the middle.
Hey,
Welcome
Big
to the
man
big
Oz.
time, buddy.
Central character here in the zombie attack. All right, well, I'm glad something happened that resolved that. That was bizarre.
So I don't know what happened there. That's never happened before.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen it before either. But it was definitely that same thing that you posted. The
route.
everyone got the
call
same
a
red,
no,
no
a
route?
no route issue.
Yeah, that's what I was
Phone
getting.
call. Okay.
Well,
Why would someone call me at 9 o'clock at night? I hate them.
so whose turn is it?
Oh, jeebus. After that,
I
Taliesin just
I
ran down into the
asked-
tunnel, right?
Yeah, I asked if I could like motion to get Sparkle Gem to like get down.
Yeah, it's the
Okay, yeah.
interaction.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, where it cut off was then just like basically Sparkle Gem. Talison's moving around as if to try to jostle you off. Do you respond to that? And
Yeah.
all right,
I'll,
you respond to that.
Backflip and jump off. Because I'm extra.
Okay. You want to give me an acrobatics check
Yeah.
to see how your backflip goes? I want to see it. Oh, it's successful.
I would say
yeah.
that's 13 total.
Yeah, you successfully just kind of you've kind of been almost like standing on him in a like the way the performer would maybe like be standing on the horse's back, and as he charges forward, grab a hoop from above. That's how you're used to riding a horse with no saddle, and you easily backflip off and land on the ground.
Woot!
But that puts the two of you down the tunnel. And after Taliesin, a couple more zombie movements here. Oh, wait. Up behind the other ones that are trying to climb over the bodies of they're not really brethren or comrades. They're fellow undead. And Godwald, you're up. You still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God.
Let's see. So there's one behind me. It's 7 turns. Everything's fine.
There's one behind you climbing up over the bodies of the others. He was attempting to get over them.
Let's see. Do I have anything else to use my bonus action with later? No, I do not. So I will use it now to have the sword attack the zombie behind me.
Standing on, or trying to climb over the horde?
Yes.
The pile of bodies, I should say. All right. Give me your attack roll.
11.
11 damage. Crunching into the...
No, 11 attack.
11 attack. 11 hits. As the sword crunches bones, how much damage does it do?
6.
6 damage to zombie 2. As you strike yet another zombie to death.
What, really?
Yeah. Okay, well, as you strike this one to death, my spreadsheet stopped loading. You can describe how you want it to die, or...
I would say it goes down and I don't even look back.
Struck dead, making a pile of now 3 bodies.
New record.
Yeah. Congratulations, everyone. The Night King's waves would have no effect on you guys. Did everyone watch that?
Yes.
Third one, yes.
I'm halfway through yesterday's.
Okay. Nope.
Is it a
I'm
Game
gonna
of
shut up
Thrones reference? Because if
good.
so, I'm caught up on books and I haven't even started the TV series.
Okay, so
Definitely
you know what
not
the
gonna-
army of the dead is.
Yes.
I'm not worried, but
It's like that.
Well,
Yeah.
I know kind of what happens because like the Red Wedding happens and everything, and I am just going to stop talking about this because I'm sure there's a lot of people who could
Good
be
plan.
watching.
I'm just gonna respond with
Right.
emotes.
right. All right, Sparkle Gem, you are now down into a very dark tunnel by about what do we say, like 30 feet ish? Yeah,
30, 40 feet in, something like
30,
that.
30, 40 feet in. So let's say you're 40. Let's say you guys are 40 feet in. There's another 20 feet down to where it kind of curves off to the left. What do you do?
Would lighting a torch count as an action? Like
It does.
bonus action, or would it have to be an action?
It's an action, but there is no threat nearby.
Because
I
if
think you-
possible, I was going to cast Mage Hand, light a torch, and have the Mage Hand carry the torch.
How does your magical mage hand work? Does it, as a bonus action, get to take? It only gets to pull things.
It could carry up to 10 pounds, and I can move it
Okay.
using my bonus action as the thing. So that's why I was kind of curious if it would
You-
take 1 round or 2.
You can use the hand to manipulate an object.
Right. So you have to use an action to summon it. Right. Cantrip. So action to summon it. Once the
Correct.
object is summoned, you would want to use your bonus action to light the torch, essentially.
Yes.
You can use your action to control the hand. You can't use your bonus action to control the hand, but yours is
Yes, I
special
can.
because of your weird
Yeah.
features, right?
Yes. It's part of,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. You light one of your torches. You summon a mage hand, your spectral hand. What's that the shape of? Like, it's just a gnome hand? So like
Yeah,
little
it's
gnome
a
hand?
spectral skeletal gnome hand. So it's just
Some
like a
little-
tiny little bone hand.
Tiny little bony hand. So you summon, and then you're like kind of, back out of the. Use your interaction to pull your torch out, and use your bonus action to have it light the torch. So it's
Yes.
so you got it. You lit the torch. The hand is up near you, and you're there. You're able to now see more clearly down the tunnel. You can see down 20 feet. It takes kind of a sharp turn to the left. Looks like as this has been mined out, and there's wooden beams that have been placed up to hold the ceiling up to where it's at. You can see that more clearly now. It's all been dug out. As going around that corner, and as the light sheds down farther, you see no one, and from your guys' earlier perception checks, you hear nothing.
Okay. I'll
It doesn't-
walk like.
It finally doesn't smell of the dead down here. You're finally like
So
able to
that's
take
a
a breath.
notable thing.
You'd be like, oh, okay, I can breathe.
I guess
So
I'll just kind of look at Taliesin and then walk 15 feet forward. And just, like, kind of stand there to see if he's going to follow or if we're going to wait for the rest of the party.
Okay, so you kind of like walk forward and you approach the corner without going around it.
Yes.
And your light shedding, you can see like the rock kind of carved out in a very haphazard way. They're not like fine artisans of any sort or skilled miners in any way, but they've done the task. And you can see these kind of gouge marks out of the wall around you. And actually the wall that's right in front of you, and you kind of would guesstimate the reason that it turns left is because there's stone there. And so they had to
Kind of
turn.
work around it.
Right. All right. Well, that's your action, bonus action, and some movement. So we have a little bit of zombie movement upstairs. As one move, oh, nope, can't even get past them. Just bumped up against each other. The zombies start to like go up against the pile of bodies. And they're trying to move forward. Jerk and Godwald seeing a collection of the undead on the other side of that wall, and one of them behind them. And then it's Jerk's turn.
All right.
So, Jerk, the one in front of you has been killed by me. There's one left in this, standing between us and following the horse.
All right. I'll move over here,
Here.
and I will try to.
Pardon me.
Oh, Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit him with my rapier.
A little dance around him. Strike with the rapier. 6 plus
12.
your bonus. 12 hits.
Okay. Hold on. Gotta get back to my sheet. Plus 4.
1d8 plus 4.
Once you have those numbers memorized, they'll change. Don't worry.
Oh, I know. 9. 9 damage.
9 damage. You actually notice that of all of the undead that you've seen today, this one seemed to be like the best held together. He actually is like wearing like fine noble's clothes, completely unscathed. Its skin's rotted, but like its outfit is completely undone, and it's the first bit of damage that's been done to it. So as you hit it for 9, you give it a good slice across the chest.
So this looks like new armor. So this is someone that was just turned.
Freshly dead.
So yeah, this means this asshole has been killing people on the road. Okay. I'm gonna take another swat at the zombie with my dagger.
Okay.
14 plus 6, or actually, yeah, 20.
Yeah, that hits.
And
So dagger damage just 4 d4.
yep, so 3.
Damage. Top of what you've done. You're like cutting its chest and its clothing open. As you're like, this, like it's clearly no one's even attempted to attack this thing.
All right.
Yeah, and there you are. It's in front of you. Godbold's behind you.
Well, that's it.
All right.
No, I tell Godwald, no one. This is fresh. No one's even tried to kill it. And then that's my turn.
All right. I'll hear a couple more zombie movements, and then we'll get Taliesin up here in a second. So I tried something new this time around with the way that I have these moving. Oh, actually, no. 2's dead. Oh, yeah. No, Taliesin, it's your turn.
Okay.
I tried something new this time, though, so I hope it's working out a little better than last time at Cragmaw Castle.
I mean, it feels like it's moving a lot smoother.
I'm glad. Taliesin, my horseman, horse boy.
Okay. So as a bonus action, I'm gonna
Horse
revert
boy
back
band.
to my normal self.
All right.
You dehorse.
You
Thank you,
unhorse.
Which I now would have dark vision, so I can see.
Man, I lit the torch so you could stay horsey.
Yeah, but I only had like 7 hit points left, anyways, as a
That's
horse,
fair.
and I can also wild shape again. I can
That's
do it
true.
twice now.
Okay. So you're about like 20 feet from where the tunnel curves off to the left. Simma's standing in front of you with the torch lit in the hand of her spectral mage hand.
Yeah. Well. Hang on.
Part of me is tempted to say we should just wait for the rest of the party so we could get a map.
Yeah, I mean, I want to do that. I also want to do something else too, but I kind of have to wait for them to get there. So I guess I will just take the hide action and wait for them.
Okay. All right. So you let's see. So you gotta roll me your stealth for hiding. Which would
That's 19.
be, yeah, you find it almost, you kind of like step behind one of the large like wooden beams that is holding it up, and even Sparkle Gem kind of isn't sure where you disappeared to after turning into a horse.
Horse evaporated into the mist.
Yeah, poof, and then where'd he go?
That was some magic trick.
I feel like there's
Right?
a Gorillas in the Mist joke in there somewhere.
Wait,
Ah,
why am I so bad at pop culture? Oh wait, I know why I'm so bad at pop culture. Tell me what
I've
I'm
seen
missing.
only parodies of that.
You have to look at pop culture things.
No, I won't. I refuse. What did I miss?
Oh, just
Listen. I've refused for the last, checking my non-existent watch, 20 years. So I'm not going to start now.
it's just a reference to a
Why don't you have a watch?
book about
I do,
gorillas
actually.
written by a famous
Good.
scientist.
You needed to digivolve.
Scientist? She wasn't a
Alright.
scientist. What was she? Was she like a biologist or something? She was a scientist.
That counts. as a
Archaeologist?
scientist.
Yeah, it does count as a scientist. She wasn't an archaeologist.
Anthropologist? Is it
Yep.
Jane Goodall?
Yes. It was.
Okay, so I know, like,
You said
as soon
gorilla.
as you start talking, I'm like, yeah, okay, I got it. Like Jane Goodall, blah blah blah. But so there's a song involved here somewhere.
No, it's a Gorillas in the Mist is it's a book she wrote, and I think they turned it into a movie at some point.
Yeah, I was saying, I'm pretty sure it became a movie
And
eventually.
it's not Jane Goodall. Who the hell wrote it?
Gorillas in the Mist is a 1988 American drama film starring Sigourney Weaver.
Well,
Then
who
why
wrote?
did you say
Why-
yes?
Why was it a
It
book?
Why
was
say
nominated
yes?
for. It was nominated for 5 1989 Academy Awards.
Why the fuck
Sure,
do you
which
know
in
that,
today's-
but not
which
like regular?
In today's
shit?
money, is about 23 Academy Awards.
Wait, why do I know about Jane Goodall but not
I
like
swear,
pop
No,
culture
I'm saying-
I
references?
swear it was a book.
Why does Oz know about that but doesn't know about shit about like regular?
I
shit?
have Google.
Oh, all right.
How you-
Anyways,
Good
so
answer.
Jerk, a zombie goes to attack you, like moving in to grab a bite on you, but it finds purchase in a metal item in your inventory. What does it attempt to bite?
Oh no. The crowbar I have hanging from my pack.
He has a crowbar.
So
hanging in his pack.
when you turned around to tell Godwald, like, nobody's attacked this thing, this what actually goes down to bite on you, the crowbar hanging out of your back, and its jaw actually just falls off,
Woohoo!
causing it some damage.
I was afraid
Big
it was gonna
nat
like
ones.
bite something important. I'm glad you didn't roll for that.
I did roll for that. It just was. I wanted to know what metal thing it bit on you. All right. With that, it's back up. Wait, no, that's Godwald. You and Jerk are standing upstairs. You've watched your comrades disappear around the corner underneath this mound of dirt, and you don't hear them anymore.
Okay, which square is the mouth of the cave?
Here.
Then I'd like to move 15 feet here.
Okay, so you're going like up over the ridge of the dirt mound and like down to
Yes.
like jumping over it down inside. Okay.
I use my like looking into the cave.
Are
I
you like
use my-
standing on top of the ridge, like looking down in, or did you jump down?
Yes. Standing on top of the ridge. I
It's an
use
either
my
or
action.
question.
I use my action to bring out my owl.
Oh, okay. Where are you standing? So did you like jump down, or are you standing on top of the hill?
I am at the top, and I make the owl at the bottom.
Okay. Oh man, where's you? I feel like I'm pretty sure that I
There is
brought
one
this owl
somewhere.
out somewhere. Yeah. Where did we hide it though? I'll find one really fast.
And I use my bonus action to move the spiritual weapon and have it attack this zombie.
Okay.
It attacks with a 13.
Just a second. I want to give you your owl. Wait, did you named this owl? What was it?
Yes. Gabe.
Gabe. Gabe's back. Hopefully you can see Gabe now, right in front of you.
I have control of the owl.
Woo! Familiar. Back on the map. All right, you move the spiritual weapon. You do the attack. The attack was
13.
13 hits.
I deal 11 force.
All right.
Would the owl cancel out his spectral weapon because they're both concentration spells?
Actually, neither of them is concentration.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
they both were. My bad.
Neither
no.
the Find Familiar nor the weapon are concentration.
But as an action to respawn the owl, right? And then it is your
And
bonus
it is a
action.
bonus action to use the weapon. So I
Use
won't
the
be-
weapon. Is it a bonus action to move it too?
It says as a bonus action you can move and then attack.
Okay. All right. You do a grand total of 7 plus. I'm on
4.
the spreadsheet. 7 plus 4 to lowly old, mildly frightened zombie 13. How does the spiritual weapon end this zombie's life?
Decapitation.
Wait, it was 4? What the fuck?
Yeah, I got to
7.
add my whole whiz mod to this.
Wait, so 7 plus. Wait, D8, 7 plus 4. So 12. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, say that one more time.
No. I just want to make sure I got the damage right. Yep. How does
For
this
sure
one
you
end?
said 12.
Yeah. Right?
Beha-
That's how much damage you did, isn't it?
11.
11. Okay. Well, yeah, you still do it.
Beheading.
You beheaded this zombie. It's 11 form. Its beheaded form does not rise up from its grave, but instead is beheaded and stops moving. All right. So that's your bonus action movement.
Let's
Some
see.
movement.
Let's see. That's how that works. And I like to use my interaction to tell the owl to follow the others.
Okay. Then it would be next your familiar's turn. So you would have him follow the others down the tunnel.
With a fly speed of 60 feet or until until it hit one of the party members.
What's it?
Or 60 feet, whichever comes first.
Actually, while we're doing this real fast, what's its movement? 60?
It says walk 5 feet or fly 60 feet.
Fly 60. What its AC is? It has
11.
1 hit point.
The same
It
as the
has 1
horse.
hit point. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just putting it on the screen here so it's easy for me to look at it and remember it easy. All right.
Sure. See that there?
All right. Goes down the tunnel. Let's see. 60 feet from entrance, and it would about reach where Taliesin would be. So Taliesin, you see an owl fly into the tunnel with you.
Okay. Hi, owl.
Hey, owl. How are you doing?
He's back.
And can the owl notice that Taliesin is trying to hide?
You want to roll owl perception to see if it sees him?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
The owl has the ability Keen Sight, which gives it advantage on perception involving sight.
Okay.
See if I can do this syntax right. Oh wait, that's not how that syntax works. Anyway,
Okay. So that one was 7 plus something. That one is 13 plus.
so I keep 13 with the owl. It's 13 plus 3, so 16. But his hide was, I think, better than that.
Yep. Yeah. As it travels down the tunnel, I can see a torch held up by a hand and your gnome friend close behind. And I'm trying to set up the next area as you guys are moving into it too here. So bear with me. I apologize.
And
All
that's
right.
the owl's turn.
So that's the owl's turn. All right. That means our next person to move is a
so,
sparkle gem. You're at
So you can pull Gabe to the other map.
Well, the other
Alright.
map isn't. Yeah.
take a wild guess. I've already done it, but thank you.
I'm going to keep my hand floating there, holding the torch, and hide against the pillars myself. Well, we wait
Okay.
for the team.
So the floating hand, let's say, does it move it out anywhere? Does it
No,
kinda
it's
hang
just
out
going
around the
kind of like
corner?
it's just going to hang like right where the tunnel bends. So mainly, so if anybody comes charging down here, they don't run straight into a wall.
So,
All right.
speaking of charging down, Sparkles, if you use your cunning action to hide, you can prepare your crossbow.
Oh, that's true. So yeah, I'll do that instead. I'll use my bonus action to hide and then ready my crossbow for anything that turns the corner that's not part of our party.
Or the owl.
All right.
I
So
consider the owl part of the party, considering he's your
Yay.
familiar.
Alright, I'm done.
And my hide would be where is it? Cells 21.
So you leave the torch where it's at, and as you look off to the side, you realize Talison's hidden as well because you don't see him. The owls started to fly down here. You go a little bit farther back and hide behind another pillar, and are easily able to hide from.
Nothing. As far as we know,
Nothing.
nothing.
There's another thing that you see. Yeah, I mean, you are aware though that the
Necromancer came this way.
well, you are aware that the torch would be shedding some light down the hall, right? So you're hiding, and you're like, okay, like something comes around here, it's gonna see that around the corner.
And that's why I'm ready in my action to shoot it with a crossbow.
All right.
And then whoever's next.
Yeah, one more zombie, and then jerk.
All right.
Oh, one more zombie attempts to move forward.
So
Jerk, it's your turn. What do you do?
10 feet to the opening. Is that right?
So it's like up a hill here, right? Like so there's like a mound where the earth had been kind of like dug in, propped up, and it kind of goes up to about this spot where Godwald is standing at the crest of it.
Okay.
As you come down this side, you would be able to see down into the tunnel, but you haven't seen that. You just see like basically a hill that's kind of like around here, around this side, and he's standing at the top of it.
Okay. Well, can I tell there's a hill there? I'm not like gonna.
Yeah, as you see the hill in front of you.
All right.
You've seen your friends like go down and to the other side of this, but and you see
So,
him standing atop of it, but
I want to go here. How many is that? I want to get like there, then turn around and go in.
yeah, 15 feet because you're able to climb with no issue.
Okay, and then
Doesn't even pretend to slow you down.
I can go 10 foot more into the cave, and then I want to use my dash action and catch up with Sparklebutt.
So you use
Sparklebutt, creepy hand.
so you use some movement and they do so. Let's say you
I'll use all my
say you
movement
dash,
and then
right?
dash. Yeah.
okay. So we'll give one of these sad boys an attack on you
Where are they?
of opportunity. Number 12
Oh,
right
okay.
here. What they're doing right here.
Yeah. He gets one.
He gets a grand total of 13.
Nope.
Nope. And you guys are AC just like jumped massively on level 4, plus your magical items. Like
No, it
y'all,
didn't.
y'all crazy. Yeah, it did.
Not mine.
Yeah, it did.
Mine
'Cause
hasn't changed.
Well, yeah, you're still gonna screw. But Jerk, as you run over the hill and kind of like do a little jump right past Godwall, land, and then dash and run inside, you're able to get what's your total movement? 30?
It's 25.
30, 25?
Yep,
No.
and then the dash.
No, your movement's
So
30
that-
feet.
Yeah,
Your
so
movement is 30 feet.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay,
So-
30. I was looking at my
Yeah,
hit
so
points.
you're able to move 60. So you're able to get from here. You see a zombie go, just try and bite at you again. It has no teeth, so it missed horribly. And you kind of tickled your shoulder as you ran on past. Move 15. That left you about 45 feet farther down the tunnel. As you're running down towards it, you see these, these wooden pillars holding it up. Obviously, it's dug out somewhat recently. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel. As you approach it and see it, it is pretty much the only thing you see as you realize you're chasing an owl down a mine shaft.
Okay. That's it.
All right. Yeah. All right. And then we have a little more zombie movement upstairs. Yeah. And then it is Talison's turn. Talison, you were down inside the tunnel. You see you're hiding behind one of the wooden pillars.
So I think Jerk and Sparkle Gem are within like 30 feet of me, correct?
Yes.
But Godwald's still outside.
Yeah, you see.
I'm working on it.
You would see Jerk running in down the tunnel. The light shed from the torch is enough to expose his position, but actually kind of hide yours and Sparkle Gem's.
More a shadow.
Exactly.
Darker shadow.
Right.
Hang on.
Can I do a bathroom break while I hang on? I'll be super fast. I'm pretty quick. Sorry, guys. BRB.
Godwald, just go in the tunnel. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to buff everybody.
Is it pass without trace?
Yes. But you have to be within 30 feet. Just go in the damn tunnel.
Right?
Linear.
Hurry this up.
Linearly.
Doop 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 doop. Doop doop doop.
So what's up, you guys?
I'm just stringing my guitar.
Ooh, nice.
I broke it probably like 2 years ago. I broke the neck.
All right.
Oh no.
And
Sorry about that.
I got it repaired.
Better. At least you got it done, right?
Yeah. I'm restringing it for the first time.
That's cool.
Sorry for the delay. Thank you for waiting. I appreciate you all.
We appreciate you too.
All right, so Taliesin, it's your turn. You see Jerk charging down the hallway. You've seen him sort of chasing an owl. You realize that you are fairly well hidden out of his line of sight.
I'm going to, I guess, cast produce flame so that they can see me and be like, hey, come here, come back here. Where's Godwald? Like, is he coming?
Okay, so you kind of like essentially light another torch.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
And
them
with
to come
that-
to me.
You could hold that too, right?
Yeah. I'm just holding a flame in my hand.
Yeah, up to like 10 minutes.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah, just trying to get them to come to me.
For some reason, I forgot you changed back into a person, so I was thinking there was a horse holding a torch.
That'd be pretty great.
I hope that happens in some future level where you could still cast and be an animal form.
I
Would be
don't think I
amazing.
took that path, but there is a path that you can do that.
Really nice. It's cool. All right. Well, yeah. So Taliesin lights up a flame in his hand and makes a gesture towards the party, like towards Jerk is coming down the hall, saying, "Hey, is Godwald on the way?" Jerk, you haven't used any kind of interaction. You're free to speak in return.
All right, I tell him he was on top of the hill. He'll be down in a second, I'm sure.
Okay, well, stay close to me. I'm gonna buff everyone. I'm gonna help you get.
All right. So anything else? You've got probably
Nope.
bonus action and movement.
No, I literally have to stand here until Godwald goes in the damn tunnel.
All right. So with some baddies still outside, we have a little more movement on their part as they attempt to continue to attempt to climb over each other on this ridge.
Good thing zombies are dumb.
Yeah. And that means the next turn is Godwald. Godwald, you're now standing atop a hill. There are zombies closing in around you. You would probably see this one over here.
Use my bonus action to attack this one zombie with the weapon.
With your spiritual weapon.
Yes, because I'm probably not
The-
taking it with me.
13, gotcha. 12 hits. Plus whatever hits.
11 damage.
11 damages. Yet another zombie is attacked. And falls to your spiritual weapon. Your deity, Bahamut, has blessed your actions this day. You knew what to pray for at the beginning of the day, and he has rewarded your faith as you have torn many of the undead asunder. Did you want to kill him in a particular way? How do you, if you want to do it?
I go in the tunnel.
All right. So with your bonus action, you kill one more. You decide to go jump down from where you're at.
I go in
Plus
the tunnel, and when it
10.
reaches the point where I can't see because of how dark it is,
There's a
use my
torch to
action.
help you see.
Actually, there are several flames down the tunnel. So as you jump down, you move about. You could move 20 feet in. You could probably dash actually with your action and reach to where they are if you'd like.
if at the end of my first move I can still see well, then I will dash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, as you like jump down from the ledge where you're at, you turn, look in the tunnel. You can see two different fires inside. Your friends have gone in there. As you run inside, you're able to see them all standing in there with you. And I think that will move you to the edge of the map there. Let me grab you. So how's your spiritual weapon work? Do you have to like move it as you move around?
If it's anything like Mage Hand, it has to stay within a certain radius of him, or it disappears.
Yeah, it's like I use a spell called something's like Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. But unlike spiritual weapon, I don't have to move it. I can just literally make it appear within range of me. So, I mean, like if you have to move it, that's different. But yeah, as you approach down the tunnel, you meet up with everyone. You guys are now inside of this space. It's a very dark tunnel. Again, imagine these wooden pillars holding up the ceiling, kind of constructed in order to do it. You're all kind of huddled up around this corner. No one's heard anything nearby from inside the tunnel at the very least. If anyone listened to the outside, you'd probably hear the groaning of the undead. But now that you're all there, how many of them are left? I can't say you're out of combat yet. So, Godwald, you used your bonus action and your action to dash and your movement. You're familiar now. Would have its turn. It is an owl that has been flying into this cramped space down a tunnel. What does Gabe do?
See, that works like that. That works like that. Oh yeah, I can do that.
I don't really
I'm
what
out of these.
know what exact. You know what I do? I think I do know exactly what to move you guys to. Okay, hold on. I apologize. I thought I didn't have an answer to this, but I think I do. If I put you here, this should be darkness.
There's only a
Yes.
purely black square.
Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what I'd hoped would happen.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm
It's great for me.
mildly annoyed by it, though. Nothing against you. I see darkness, guys. Anybody got magic missile?
Hey, Taliesin, now that you're not a horse, can I borrow that staff of defense?
I apologize. You will have to put this item in the theater of your mind.
You're not attuned to the staff of defense. I don't think you could use it.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It would take you.
Fine.
It would take you an hour.
Fine,
A
Taliesin,
short-
just cast
a
magic.
short rest.
Oh,
Short
wait, he
rest-
never.
No,
Oh,
no.
wait, he just had
it's
magic
a-
missile. I have his book. I forgot about that.
It's a short rest to understand the properties of an item, and then a short rest to attune.
Okay, never mind. The owl passes. Moving on.
The owl just stops flying, like lands.
Or, well, did I make it all the way to the torch?
The owl did, yes. You are
Yeah.
you're probably 20, 15 feet behind it. It moves much faster than you do. And I believe it passed Taliesin, but got to around where the torch was, where Sparkle Gem was.
Then just pass.
There's a dark tunnel here, essentially, you guys.
Is that it? Like, do we?
Yeah, I mean, that's all right. So,
If that's the case, we might as well just start running forward. Fuck it.
all right. So for the time being, right now you are. I can't. So you're briefly out of combat, right? Like you're at this moment where you've escaped the line of sight of the undead. You're coming to this corner. You're here, standing at this corner. You've got two sort of torches lit. You're all together again. We'll just kind of keep going down the order to see kind of what you guys do. With Godwald's familiar being announced, Sparkle Gem, you're a mage hand holding this torch, and you are at the front from here. What do you do?
I'm gonna look at the party and just kind of be like, all right, guys, so do you want me to take the lead or who's charge of word first? And can we just go through the order and kind of discuss what we want to do before we make any actions quick?
Yeah, I will give you the rounds on combat for these turns. Just to let you know that you are on the 9th round, which I believe is going to end or someone's effect here.
Once
So-
it's at the start of the 10th, they'll no longer be feared.
So Sparkle Gems kind of made the suggestion like, do you guys want me to go first? You kind of like hear her suggest this out to
can.
you. Kind of like,
I really don't wanna.
Who's after her?
right after that would be Jerk.
I'll walk next to somebody, but I don't want to be the tip of the spear here. I'm not at max form right now.
Is it who's after that?
Yeah, I think you are, because God.
Okay, so he
goes ahead
says,
of me.
so it goes Jerk, Taliesin, Gabe, Godwell, Gabe, Sparkle Gem, Jerk.
Mage Hand.
So Taliesin, he's like, I don't want to be the tip of the spear.
That's fine. Taliesin cast Pass Without Trace on everyone. You get +10 to stealth rolls.
Nice.
Okay, I'd like to.
Does that cost you? What is it? What? Where do you get that from?
It's a 2nd level spell.
A
Nice.
veil of shadows and silence radiates from the druid, masking him and his companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. Leaves no trace or tracks
concentration.
or drops or anything.
It's concentration. It lasts an hour, but I am now a warcaster, so I can't be knocked out of concentration spells with damage.
You're now a warcaster. What does that mean?
It
When
means
we-
he did his 4th level feat. He took Warcaster as his feat, which makes it so he doesn't have to check and get knocked out of concentration spells.
You have
Wait,
advantage
how do
on, you have advantage on Constitution saving throws that you make to maintain your concentration on a spell when you take damage.
Wait,
Yep.
so did you have the
Okay, so it's
the
damage.
option to the optional feat rule works like you have the chance to take stat bonus, but instead you take a feat. At level 4, you don't get that, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Talison's
I do.
level 4 ability score improvement spot on his character sheet reads
Oh.
Feat Warcaster.
Oh, okay, so druids
8,
at level
10.
4?
Everyone at level 4.
right.
Everyone.
Oh my gosh, I'm the worst.
also,
All right, yeah. All right, so
I can also
Have
Use
2
the-
scimitars and cast spells.
I can also use spells as attacks of opportunities now, instead of making melee attacks.
nice. So you have advantage on Constitution saving throws you make to maintain your concentration spell when you take damage. So you can do this pass without trace, but if you took damage, you'd have the option to, you get advantage on the saving. That's cool.
Yeah.
You perform somatic components, so the gestures required for spells, even when you have weapons or shield in both hands. That's a really nice bonus. So you're gonna like move the sword around almost as a gesture in a way. And then you can use your reaction to make opportunity attack guess. But that's really cool. Warcaster's nice feat, man. Cool.
Yeah. It's pretty.
So your druid casts Pass Without Trace on everyone.
Mhm.
Everyone feels. How do they feel? How do they feel, Taliesin?
Super sneaky.
It looks like I'm no longer disturbing the dirt when I lift my feet.
Yeah, like you're almost like even the wind passes right through you. Like light just goes straight through you. Like
Like no footprints.
Yeah.
I don't even smell anymore.
yeah, yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, you get a huge stealth bonus. So
Okay.
All right,
so
so,
You tell-
so I'll cast that and then be like, all right, now let's continue on.
Are you taking lead? Who's taking
And
lead?
after Taliesin, I would say, hey, I would like to stay in the lead
Okay.
Okay.
You can
So
because my buff is still running, and I still have more hit points than Taliesin.
all right. So a jerk is like, I don't want to be I don't want to be the tip of the spear. Talison's like, I got this. He casts this spell. Almost everyone seems to like the sounds everyone's making seems to become quieter. These things happen. Do you guys want to attempt to sneak? Do you want to roll some stealth here?
I mean, Sparkle Bottom is busy crying as she recognizes the station from her beloved box.
I know this spell. I know this word. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, is that what you guys want to do? You all want to roll stealth?
I just got a 28 on my stealth roll.
Plus your actual stealth
Oh, yeah.
bonus. It's
Oh,
10
shit.
plus your mod plus your roll.
Okay, so 10.
I got a 12.
Okay. I need more if other people are sneaking.
Woohoo! I got a 15, guys. Woohoo!
Jeebus.
I got a
It's a-
36.
It's a useful spell.
All
right, so-
25.
Jerk has never felt quieter or stealthier than he does today.
And a 20 for the owl.
And a 20 for the owl. Thank you. So like you
It
just
says creatures.
you kind of like feel yourself sinking into the shadows, and you like Jerk just really is like, man, this is this what having a shadow feels like? And all right, so who's
That's
the
the best.
lowest?
That's awesome, Jared. I like that.
Yeah. So you feel like you're one with the shadows. You've never felt so a part of a shadow before in your life. Yeah. So your lowest stealth roll was 1 + 10 + what, Godwald? On Dex?
1. So 12 total.
So 12 total? Okay. There are 2 flames lit. There is a torch and a produce flame spell. So Taliesin, you are emitting light from your hand. Sparkle Gem, you have a mage hand that is holding a torch for you. So one of your torches. Also, mark off one of your torches for me.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that.
And
I
so
only
after
have
his
the
spell
one.
cast, Godwald. Wait, did we do Godwald after Talison's turn?
We're
Oh,
about-
because you're
we're
gonna
about to do it.
you're gonna move forward with it, right?
He's like, I actually want to be in the front
Okay.
because I
Uh,
still have.
So your human eye is requiring the light as you would continue around the corner. You
The torch
use
staying near him, like keeping Mage Hand to like kind of keep with him, since he's the only one who needs it.
You can talk about this. You guys want to like stop real fast, talk about what you want to do, and then we can like move through it. I won't like cost the round or something.
Okay.
Like, let's just do it real fast. You guys are like, all right, huddle. And you all,
Well, like I said, I'm just going to keep my
Group up.
Mage Hand with torch in hand near us because he's the only
Yep.
one out of us who needs the light. Rest of us, I think, have dark vision or a low light or something along the line.
Okay. Well,
I was gonna start using the owl. So
Yeah, but you yourself become completely vulnerable when you are in the owl's eyes.
I can have the owl sit on me.
And then the owl still moves at your speed and not its speed.
Yeah.
all right, hold on. So
That's
you want
like my only
like-
issue with that.
It's basically just a way to give himself dark vision.
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I kind of look at everybody and I say, okay, so if I were to quantify how I feel right now, it would probably be a 36 on a scale of 50. So I think I could scout ahead real quick and see what's there.
That's fine with me. I can also
Guys, who's
scout ahead.
talking? No.
I can't see nobody.
All
Okay.
right, we're good.
Should,
You guys barely hear Jerk whisper. Like, you guys, I wanna go first. Let me. I want to be the tip of the spear.
I can also sneak forward with Jerk. We both have dark vision. I got a 25. He has a 36 in stealth.
Okay. Why don't you guys do a marching order, right? Like we did this like way in the past, right? Like who would go first, who would go behind them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You guys mind if I go
Fine.
first?
Jerk, then me, then
I'll go because I don't
Um,
want to be butt end either because I don't want crap sneaking up on my butthole.
well, chances are we're gonna see something before it sees us.
Except for the fact there's still zombies upstairs that could either easily sneak behind us.
Not if we keep walking; they're very slow.
If we get into combat, though, that's a whole nother thing. It could easily catch up. Because we know the necromancer is down here. We know he's not exactly the nicest guy.
They also only took like 2 hits to kill.
Yeah, I don't think the zombies are much of a threat. I think we should see what's up. Yeah, I'd like to lead. Whatever. If someone else has got a better idea.
I accept your reasoning.
As you're discussing this, you hear the familiar moans. Some sounds happening from outside the cave mouth.
I accept your reasoning. Let's go.
Are you gonna take up the rear so she's not so exposed?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank
cool.
you. I appreciate it because I'm like the squishiest thing in existence in our party.
All right, so give me the rundown real quick. First, second, third, fourth, fifth.
It went.
I'll go first. Taliesin is
Taliesin
second,
second.
then Sparkle Gem, then Godwald.
And Godwald, you are perching the owl on your shoulder
Mm-hmm.
to be your eyes and ears.
Yes.
Okay.
If that's the case, I'll just snuff out the torch since all of us have dark vision.
That was, in fact, my plan.
All right. I'm gonna say like I get it. I'm with it. Normally you can't move. I like the idea of it being on your shoulder because normally it's like you can't do anything else. The thing moves around, you come back. Like Bran style in the wheelchair, just kind of disabled as he's doing the thing. But what I think we could do would be like sight or AC checks might be on the owls, the familiars case instead of yours to like make this balance. Does that make sense?
What just happened?
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We just lost Sparkle Gem for a sec. Can you guys hear Jared?
Okay.
Yes, I can.
My Discord just crashed for a split second.
Oz, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Can you hear Jared? when he
Okay.
talks?
I can
Test.
hear Jared.
Okay, cool.
Says. All right. So does that like
I accept that if I'm using the owl senses as we travel, that I'll use its perception and its dex save if I need to.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
And
I mean, I like this idea. I want to make it work, but I want to make it fair, right? So
yes, I accept that
all right.
it's sense-based checks and saves.
All right, so Simba says, "Is like, should I put out this torch?" Taliesin, do you like ask the same? I know you got a fire spell going, or cantrip. Oh, it's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. I'll dispel it.
All right. All right. So, as you guys snuff out the flames and you sign this order to move through, you move farther down the tunnel. The farther you go down, the less daylight you're able to see, like reflecting off the corner. You make this turn around the left, and you see no like sentries or guards or anything that seems to be in the way. Could I get some perception checks from the front person? Ooh, my jerk. my jerk in the front.
Alright, so that's a 14 plus 3. So 17.
Okay. As you're sort of prone to do, as you've been betrayed many times in your history, you think to yourself like something's wrong here, and you keep looking and you keep searching down the hall, but you actually don't find anything blocking your way. No one's tried to entrap this area. It's literally an access port. But as you all continue moving ever so quietly down the hall, you come to a set of doors that is shut.
Well, I can pick that shit. Lickety split. I'd like
You
to.
see,
I'd like to see if it's trapped first.
with your roll, you see no kind of trap, though the door has been shut. There are two like wooden doors. Seems odd to you. You're like, all right, like after what we've noticed crawling down into the earth, like didn't expect to see any kind of other structure. But you do see two doors. There doesn't seem to be anything that would trigger any instance. No, like no plate in the ground that would be a pressure or any instance of lock on the door. You feel confident.
So then I would like to pick the lock. What do I roll for that?
In 5e, picking the lock would be with you a +6 as a dexterity thieves tools check, I think.
If you look at the door, you see that there is no lock on it. It is just a door. Though the wood and the metal seem very old, like there's layers of dirt on them that had been like scraped away. You could see like the kind of tools had been digging at it in order to uncover it.
Okay.
This is clearly one of the, of this whole tunnel is explained the mounds of dirt outside. And there's no keyhole or anything. It's just a handle on a wooden door.
Well, then as quietly as possible, I was gonna say humanly on the human, as quietly as possible, I open the door, just kind of peek through it.
He's opening the door.
All right. And then let me get this order correct. You guys were Jerk in the front, Taliesin behind him, Godwald in the middle, Sparkle Gem, and then Gabe in the back. Is that right?
Well, wasn't Gabe on his shoulder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. But Sparkle Gem was in the back.
Yeah. No. He was in the back covering her butt.
So Sparkle, Godwald, Gabe.
Okay. All right. As you lean to the door, you see the handle. You kind of pull it open. You're able to see inside the room, and from this crack in the door that's open, I really like. I'm not sure where I move you guys while you're not in the room on this map that I've done. I'm sorry.
Is there like a bit of edge of the picture that isn't part of the map?
Oh, shit. Well, fuck that up. Whoop. There's my select tool. I found it. Found it. I found my select tool. I'm ashamed of my select tool. All right. As you peek through the door, you're able to see a familiar figure at the end of the hall, standing in front of maybe what seems like to be a few steps. It's a stone room. Things on the floor. There seems to be a few cutouts leaning in towards other areas. on that right wall, and you can see the man dressed in fine red and gold silken robes, looking towards something at the end of the hall.
Am I the only one who's peeked through so far?
You were
Yeah.
in front.
Yeah, you're in front. This is your
This
turn.
is still on your turn, I think.
So I just kind of wave at everybody. I point, and I try to mime necromancer. I go fancy robes. So I try
Wait.
Can you do bald?
I'm really interested in this miming. Can I?
Can you just do bald and
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do?
I
You're
just go like, and then like I don't know, like pretend I'm having tea because he's fancy. He's got the fancy robes.
okay, we're looking for someone with a mustache. I guess.
And then I just like
so everybody, Jerk turns back to you. He pretends to sip some tea. He like shines his head in a gesture, and then like holds up a one with finger, and then points both ways towards you, towards in the door.
So then I I like pull out my own, I see that they're not getting it, so I pull my own dagger out and I just kind of like mime cutting my own throat. I grab the rapier and I ready it, and I sneak through the door as quietly as I can.
All right. You are able to enter the room.
What's in the room? I'm sure I posted that here last week.
You're able to enter the room and see him. He is facing away from you. He does not see you currently. The door now slightly ajar, and the rest of your team has seen you go inside after a series of hand gestures. Taliesin, what do you do?
Can I sneak in next to Jerk?
Jerk, you didn't say how far you went in the door. You said you sneak in the door. You just made the step in once you're in?
Yeah, I'll step in and kind of like step off to the side so there's room for someone else to come in.
So like forward, at the side, like...
Yeah, to the side. And do I see anything
So
else? 'Cause
here or here?
let's go here so I can see a little bit more on the map.
Okay.
We don't get to know, maybe. And so there's just. So now that there's just a slightly open door.
Taliesin comes in behind you. Taliesin, roll your stealth was... His perception was... Yeah, you guys are... You're able to get into this room without any notice. Taliesin, you're here. You realize that no one else can come in the room with you, like standing at this bit of the door ajar with Jerk where he's at. What do you do?
So, I guess fuck it. I'm gonna try and cast Detect Thoughts and see if I can read his mind.
Ooh, all right. Read me the spell so I know what to do.
So essentially, he has to make a Wisdom saving throw of 30.
Wait, Taliesin.
Just let him read the spell, man.
Yeah, but the first thing it says is range 30 feet, and this is 35.
Okay.
Taliesin, could you please read me the spell?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if I cast a spell as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any creature that you can see within 30 feet. If the creature if the creature you chose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, it doesn't affect it. Initially, learn the surface thought. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature. What is most on its mind in that moment as an action. You can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check, contested by your intelligence check. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Questions verbally directed at the target creature naturally shape the course of its thoughts, so this spell is particularly effective as part of an interrogation.
Hmm? All right. And kind of.
Man, this is a long spell. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
You can also use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. When you cast the spell as your action during the duration, you can search for the thoughts within 30 feet of you. The spell can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal or other than lead or thin sheet of lead blocks you. You can't detect a creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower.
Or one that doesn't speak any language. All right. Yeah, so basically you for free, you get to learn his surface thoughts.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do the save for anything else, but that's kind of if you probe deeper with your action.
If I
so
decide to, yeah.
Yeah, so you're more kind of setting up your radar for detecting thoughts. Is all right, I'm looking at him and let me receive anything he's putting out there. And as you cast this spell, and I'm sure that's a spell slot, go ahead and mark it off. You hear him you hear his thoughts, and he's just I can't believe this writing is in this primitive language. Oh, if only I'd learned more about this. Never thought something so foul would need to be something I need to understand. Goblins.
Hey.
And that is what you learn with your spell. So it charges 1 charge on the. What was that? Who? What?
That was me. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So that's a charge off of the medallion of thoughts.
It's under my spells, but I think it just takes a charge because it's a magical item, and
yeah,
it doesn't.
Yep.
I guess it wouldn't take a spell slot because it would take
No.
a charge from the magic item.
Right, exactly. So it's got 3 charges. You used 1. You've understood what he was thinking about as he's staring at this door and hasn't noticed any of you. Can't believe this is something I never learned.
All right, so that's my action, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me see something.
Okay, see something. I'm gonna run to the restroom. We're back.
You still with us, Saz?
Are we just gonna fuck this guy up?
1 second.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're still with us.
Are we just gonna fuck this guy up real quick because we have advantage since he doesn't know we're here?
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Okay, because as a bonus action, I can cast Spirit Totem and buff the shit out of all of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that buff because I'm not at full health. I'm not too bad. I've got 25 left, but if you can buff it or buff me and get me close, I'll just sneak attack all day. Someone's gonna have to be up there with me though.
Yeah, hang on. I'm reading the 3 different ones. Also, I want whatever book he's reading, so don't fuck that up.
All right. I am back. And
Yeah.
so, Taliesin, you use the Medallion of Thoughts in order to understand what this man who could not see you or detect you was thinking. And you were going to see something else. Was there any more actions here?
Yeah, hang on. Sorry.
Oh man, I wish I had that like Medallion of Thoughts like image up so I could just slap it on here real fast. I'm gonna. It's gonna happen.
So as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Spirit Totem, the Hawk Spirit. So what that does is it gives all of my allies keen sight. When a creature makes an attack roll against a target in the spirit's aura, I can use my reaction to grant advantage to that attack roll. In addition, you and your allies have advantage on wisdom checks in the aura.
All right. With that medallion, he does get the chance to make a spell save DC, but he did fail it against yours. So
nice.
With the totem of Hawk.
Yeah. So basically, I can just, if you guys attack him, I can just be like, you have advantage.
All right. Let me just see it so I understand it.
Yeah.
Do things.
And then we also have.
Where do I go to? Do I go to your primal
feature? Class feature Spirit Totem.
It's a bonus action.
Gotcha. All right, so you used your Spirit Totem for this round. Hawk Spirit. Hawk Spirit is a consummate hunter, aiding you and your allies with its keen sight. When a creature makes an attack roll against a target in the spirit's aura, so you have to like put it down. In the spirit's aura, you can use your reaction to grant advantage to that attack roll. In addition, you and your allies have advantage on wisdom perception checks while in the aura. It's a 60-foot aura, so just, I mean, that's gonna cover the whole room, no matter where you put it. So where do you put it?
I guess just right in the middle. I'm gonna be like, caw! It's gonna fly out, start flying around the center of the room.
There's a hawk. It's a hawk spirit.
Sweet. So yeah, we basically have free advantage.
Okay.
Well, one of us has advantage per round.
All right, with the Spirit Totem being summoned behind him, everybody roll me. You want to roll advantage? You want to stick with your advantage before?
What?
We're still in combat. Yeah, we're still in combat.
I'm okay with keeping the same order.
Yeah, but you cast a spell behind him. It's gonna alert him to a spell behind him.
So you can just move.
You literally spawn a hawk spirit, just like you do with the bear spirit.
I mean,
like, calls forth a nature's spirit.
I mean,
an incorporeal spirit at a point you could see within 60 feet of you. An aura.
I mean, if he moves right now, he'll move before God, and he moved before Godwald when we started this combat 2 sessions ago.
I mean, so
combat, he could move right now.
It is because you guys never really quite got out of the area where the zombies were attacking you. So I would not re-roll initiative unless you want to re-roll initiative. So we can. I mean, he'll get the chance too. So it's up to you. You guys want to see if you do better or worse or whatnot? It's up to you.
I'd like to.
What do you think, rest of the party?
I mean, we can re-roll.
All right, let's do it then. Let's get some initiative rolls.
With or without mod?
Hold on a second. to his. Just give me the pure roll. Start with Taliesin. What was Talison's initiative roll? I'm not looking at the other sheet. I'm looking at my spreadsheet. Thank you.
He
What
just rolled it.
I don't know what happened there. My
Taliesin
dice
got
never
it.
actually showed up, but it said 8.
Oh, that's because you
Someone
and
else might
Godwall
have just
rolled
rolled it
at
right
the
after.
same time, and so like only one of you two show up.
Whoever just slightly did it afterwards. That's weird though, because his is after.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but
Maybe
you know,
it's
all right.
not.
So 8. So Taliesin got an 8 plus his modifier. Godwald got a. Just tell me, please. I'm looking at the
9.
spreadsheet. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
9, which means you're familiar, and a 9. Sparkle Gem.
He actually rolled separately for his familiar and him, and the familiar got a 9 or a 10.
Well,
He
I
did
do
mark him in the thing.
That's okay. I do the familiar as immediately following him. It could also be immediately before him if he chooses because of
No,
his familiar. So just
if I
on
had
the
the-
roll, that way it's easier.
If I had the
Okay.
option, I'd choose immediately after. So
Okay.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
So basically, um, for your companion animals or a familiar, I'll just roll them with your roll, and then you can pick which one goes first, you or your companion or familiar.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So then Sparkle Gem's roll was
10 without mod.
10. I got your mods in here, don't worry. And Jerk.
13.
All right. Reordering this initiative column. Puts us in the room, and that would mean Jerk. You're now the first person to act. You are in the room. Sparkle Gem, Godwald, Gabe, you're outside the door, though it is open enough for a person to fit through.
How far is this distance
The what?
to him?
Taliesin, he's 5 feet away from you.
No,
The owl, 20 feet.
keep going. 35 feet. I can't make it to him.
You can't make it on top of him. You can make it up to him.
Oh, I can't make it up to him. All right, so I want to.
Heavy crossbow.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm thinking. I want to move up to here, so I can rush him
Wow.
if I want to, and then I'm gonna heavy crossbow him.
Why?
All right.
Okay.
Well, 'cause I don't get sneak attack damage because he was alerted to where we are. I don't have advantage on this.
You have advantage still because of
If
the.
Taliesin
hold on.
says so.
Does advantage give me sneak attack, or does his disadvantage give me
It's-
sneak attack?
I can
Advantage
give you
auto gives you
advantage.
sneak.
Basically, if you roll bad, I can tell you you can re-roll.
That's pretty great.
All right, I'll rush him.
Um,
To hell with it.
Okay.
And then first we'll do rapier. I should have stuck with a dagger.
you can re-roll that if you want.
So you add advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
so
do it
second
once
roll
per like round. I think.
for player or for just per roll per round.
Hang on, let me just double.
Yeah, this
God
wording.
level thing once per round, but
Their wording is when a creature makes an attack roll against a target in the spirit's aura, you
Oh.
can use your reaction to grant advantage to that attack roll.
Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
so
So
I can just do it for anything.
yeah, whenever you have a reaction available, which is once per your turn or round. So once per round, you can use a reaction to give him advantage. It just resets when your turn comes around.
Okay, well I'll give him advantage so he can re-roll.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So 22? No, 24. 24.
24. So this is your rapier attack.
Yep.
Use.
As Taliesin and Jurek sneak into the room, unnoticed, they do see that these sort of notches in the side of the room are like leading into like 10-foot deep kind of like hallways or closets almost, and inside seems
Oh, no, is
to
this-
be a casket in. But as Taliesin like cast this hawk spell and it appears here in the middle of the room, Jerk charges in and thinks about swiping with his, what was the one you didn't attack with, your dagger,
Yep.
but instead like feints and shoves the rapier in, and the wizard like flicks his wrists and you see like a shining orb like spin around him, and the rapier just pierces through right before the attack hit, before the shield closes,
Oh, thank God.
and you hit.
Which, since you had advantage on this roll, you still get sneak attack damage.
Okay, so my
You do in this instance, yeah.
main damage is 8.
Plus,
8 plus 4. So 12.
and 2d6.
Yep.
I had such hopes for you.
So you do.
You know,
Yeah.
we're coming to the end of the session, so I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that. Can I? Can you do that with damage?
No, reroll is on the d20. D20 for inspiration.
There's a feat for that,
Hey, I'm not doing
Mhm.
it.
but you have to reroll the 8 too. So
Yeah, no, we'll just stick with that then. So 12, 14 altogether.
14 damage. You, as you just bolt forward as fast as you can, and you manage to like beat this wizard's spell as you sneak your rapier in to damage him. It hurts him quite a bit. You stick him right through his side and then draw your rapier back out, creating a hole in his side that's bleeding. And he yells, "Gah!" Turns back around to you.
All right, dagger. I'm gonna go for his face. He's too pretty.
Wait, this one was
from behind.
8 plus 4 plus 2, so 16? Was that
Yeah,
right?
That
No,
was,
that's not right.
It's 14.
D8 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
So your D8 was 8 plus 4, 12 plus 2, 14. So you should have 14 damage.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
And
Hard stick in the side of this man.
I want to hit him with this too.
Woo!
14 plus 6. 20. For the dagger.
20 for the dagger. Hold up. Sorry. I've barely been looking at Necromancer's sheet.
Scrolls down about 30 rows in the spreadsheet.
I got it. Well, actually, a spreadsheet, I've been hiding rows every time somebody dies. That's one thing that I've been doing to adjust it. I've also did an adjustment on my planning aspect that I feel like made a big difference in how smoothly this moved through. Okay. So that hits. And you do?
I do 4 damage.
All right.
Nice, 18 damage right off the bat.
Oh yeah, and I was going.
Jerk.
I was going for his face too. So he's got a nice little slash across like wherever I happen to land.
Yeah, the rapier is like sinks into the gut and just kind of pierces his side. And as you pull it out, like I said, blood just gushes out the back. And then with your dagger, you give him a nice little scar on his face.
All right, and then I hope he doesn't hit too hard, because that's the end of my turn.
And it is now Sparkle Gem's turn. Sparkle Gem, you have seen Jerk and Taliesin like enter through the door. What magical effects does the hawk like make? So you're like, I mean, there's a somatic and a verbal component, right? Like, so you're like, snip, and then hawk appears, and does it like glow or shine? Like, is there anything to indicate that Sparkle Gem has any idea that's happened inside?
Well, yeah. I mean, the hawk is. I mean, I'm sorry. What? That the hawk is on her side?
Oh, just inside the door where she's outside, right? Like, what's the indicator that the spell like was cast? That she knows like the cue has been given. Like, does she feel it, or like?
I think the cue is with a guy going "Gah!"
Right?
Well, yeah,
like
no,
I
that-
hear someone getting
Yeah.
gutted like a pig.
Well, and I mean, I would say that the hawk is probably glowing and giving off like a silvery, shimmering aura, kind of like how the
So,
bear spirit did.
So in your hands and the weapons that you have in hand, Sparkle Gem, you see the shimmering silvery aura like affect your weapons. So you're familiar with the druid's work happening here. You're outside the room. You hear a scream and a shout, and what do you do?
How much movement does it take to get me into the room?
I mean, it's just a door that's slightly ajar, so you can just use the interaction and push the door. You can just push it open and be in.
Yeah, I'll just push it open, go in, and fire a crossbow bolt right at Big Ugly Necromancer. Make this simple for the time being. Oh, maybe not as simple. Yeah, because that's 14.
All right. And the situation of 14 does not hit. You actually so as you come in the room, you hear the scream. You're like confident that your party is doing well. You fire the crossbow bolt out, but the same magical shell that didn't quite protect him as Jerk struck deflects the crossbow bolt. It flickers and bounces off across the room, not connecting.
Okay.
So you've moved inside. You've used an action.
There's no like barrels or like anything to hide behind near me.
You do see the two nooks that are to the light and your right and the left. To the left, closer to you.
Yeah, I don't like the looks
So
of
right
those
here.
damn things. This looks like a family burial ground. Like, I ain't trying to mess with dead bodies, other than maybe to loot them. So I'm just gonna chill.
Chill where you're at. Taliesin, it's your turn.
I guess I will move forward and what do I want to do? Can't really cast a spell because I have concentration going.
You can cast a spell that isn't concentration without breaking concentration. You just can't cast another concentration spell.
But yeah, you could totally.
Or if you're hit, you have to roll a Constitution saving throw. Make sure that you don't lose concentration on the spell.
If you're asking if you can Primal Savagery, you can totally Primal Savagery and keep up the stealth.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. You don't have to lose concentration. Wait. Oh, right. Class feature. Man, that's so nice. That's Spirit Totem not being concentration as a druid. That's really cool. I'm disappointed in my party's druid for not taking that and going that direction. Seems really, really useful.
The other direction has a lot cooler animals to turn into, honestly, and is the flashier version of druids in 5e.
Yeah, but I get a lot cooler spells. I'm basically like a DPS.
And
like
that's the trade-off.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Where I got Jerk right here. Damn it! I have Jerk right here. Can't also have Taliesin on the same square.
Oh, we weren't. I was next to him.
Well, Jerk's right here. Oh, God, I see you now. Okay, got it. All right.
I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on him.
What does Moonbeam do?
So Moonbeam, silvery beam of pale light shines down, 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered at the point within range. Until the spell ends. Ah, shit, never mind. Wait, no. I can do this because my class feature, I don't have to worry about the other thing being concentration, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Hawk is not a concentration spell.
When a creature
Moonbeam will drop Pass Without Trace, but we no longer need to be stealthy because we're all here, right?
Right, yeah. So,
Wait.
yeah. So basically, he has to try to make a con save.
I disagree. I don't see Moonbeam being a concentration spell.
It does say concentration.
Oh. Where's the C on it? It's always. Oh, there it is. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So I'll cast Moonbeam. So basically, he has to make a con save of 13. If he does save, he still takes half damage. And that's radiant damage. I don't know if has a weakness to that, being a necro boy.
All right.
I don't think the save happens now.
What do you mean?
No, it does. It says when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I'm casting it directly on top of him now.
So you use a spellcasting focus like the cleric and the wizard use?
No, I can just call this.
No, you totally use a spellcasting focus for spellcasting for sure. It's got to be like your staff or something.
I mean, I can use my snake staff.
Now I just want to make sure that there is that item in there, and then yes.
Okay, so I'll cast that on him.
Yeah, because if you didn't have a spell casting focus, like if a class doesn't have that ability, like that ability or that thing, then you have to have the material component. So that was all I was saying. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 different staves, so I'll just use one of them. I'll use my Snake Boy staff. Oh, damn, yeah. Apparently, I don't know if this applies to him at all. I don't really know anything about this dude. Any sort of shape changer makes a saving throw with disadvantage.
Ooh.
If it fails, it instantly reverts back to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light. And I can move it up to 60 feet once per my turn.
All right, which one is this? I'm sorry. Where I'm at again. What am I looking at? I'm trying to do the next round and do your thing at the same time, and I shouldn't be doing that.
Oh, you're good. I just read further down on the spell.
Oh, nice. Okay. Doesn't have to actually be within sight of the moon, so that's cool. You don't have to actually be outside because you are far underground. You would not have any kind of pale moonlight down here, but that is irrelevant to the spell, it seems like.
Yes. He's taken my beam.
It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, so it's got to beat 13. There we go. I make a 14. Ah.
So he still takes half damage.
Okay. I'm just excited that I didn't fail. So he does still take half damage for 2d10.
He still takes half damage, and I think he continues to take damage every time it's his turn until he leaves it.
All right, so roll your 2d10. And it's radiant, right? Nice.
So he takes. What would that round down to?
8.
Yeah, 8.
8.5.
Yeah, it's radiant damage. That's what I was saying. I don't know if he has like a weakness to it since he's a necro boy.
I mean, he wouldn't if he did, because it's usually like radiant that works against the undead.
Yeah.
But in this instance, you are still So it's this silvery. Your silver beams, all your spells silvery. It seems like the reflective color of everything that your druid does, like casts down light on him, and the rapier through the side and the other items just cause him to scream out again. Ah! And he turns back his focus on you, just furious looking, but he's wounded greatly. You can see like the blood pouring out of his side, and his flesh kind of so pale that it seems like even moonlight seems to sunburn him. He turns kind of red and hurts. He's not looking good.
Well, he's gonna be upset when he starts his turn.
Yeah. All right. Godwald, your turn is next. You're outside the door.
Sorry, I just got my thoughts stuck on something. Anyway, so several yells have come through this door. I would like to go through the door.
Door is open now. You can see through it and step inside. And obviously, like I mentioned with the, the item before, you're either using the familiar's turn before or after your turn.
Sure. Is this area lit at all?
What?
There is a dim glow coming from. Well, actually, roll me a perception really fast, so you can see what you see.
Wouldn't Moonbeam be producing light though as well?
Also, my
15.
Okay. Yeah, and sure. Like the silvery beam of pale light. So, as you enter the room, you do see a sort of, in our terms, like a dim spotlight shining down upon him as this man screams out in front of you. It's casting some light from that as well. With your owl's dark vision, you're able to see the room that you're inside as well, and what you would probably notice more than maybe someone else would be the what these are, these nooks off to the left and the right. It definitely seems to be a kind of tomb casket to you. But otherwise, you're through the owl's eyes able to see in the room, and I'm gonna say, man, it's got to be that in this instance the owl is seeing for you, so its action goes first, right? Because otherwise it dies, maybe it's canceled and you can't see anymore. So if you're using this spell as a way to use your dark vision, it's got to go first because it's got to see for you, right?
I accept that ruling. That makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, but you're able to see in the room. You see this familiar red robe man screaming out in pain.
Let's see. I'd like to have the owl on its turn fly forward 5 squares, look in each of the 2 alcoves, and then fly back to me.
5 squares, like there.
Sorry, not 5 feet, 25 feet.
So you want it to kind of look around the room
Yes.
from where you are, 25 feet, and then because its movement's like
Fly 60, just have it come back
60,
whichever it was.
go out and come back. Okay.
Because everyone else has just rushed past these.
And be able to come back to you.
Mhm.
See inside those areas, there seems to be several of these tombs.
Just incredibly old.
Yeah, definitely. Nothing seems to have been here for a very long time. There's dust covering everything. It to the point where it almost seems to make up a layer on top of every object in these little kind of closet-esque nooks.
That's gross. Like, I'm not passing with that trace anymore, so I've got like footprints in this dust now. That's just really gross. And let's see, and I'll have the owl pass.
I mean, he's still well. He doesn't have concentration anymore, so yeah, no, you don't pass.
Yeah,
Right,
just-
right.
It's just gross anyway. So I'll have the owl pass, and as for me, I'll spend my action to keep using the owl.
Okay.
And let's see, do I want to do the cool weapon thing again, or do I want to see what happens? We're probably going to rest after this. I'd like to use my bonus action to summon my spiritual sword thing again.
Oh, bonus action to summon the spiritual weapon as a sword again. That'd
Yes,
be
please.
easiest. That'd be easiest.
So,
Thank you.
Me summoning the sword initially has a range of 60 feet, so I'd just like you to put the sword next to the dude in the open spot.
All right. Field map. Spell slot for your spiritual weapon.
Spent.
Nice. Thank you. And you wanted it here?
Yes.
I think you should be able to control that again. Okay.
I have control.
Sweet.
I'll make the attack roll.
All right.
That's 14.
Oh, that's right. As your initial reaction, you need to chant it. All right. In this situation, a 14 does not hit.
I can give.
Alright.
I can give advantage.
No, give it. Jerk does more damage than me. Just
You
Alright.
already used it once during
Alright.
your turn. On your next turn, your reaction again.
I thought you said it reset every
On your turn.
Jerk went before Taliesin, and he used it
Oh,
on Jerk's turn.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you have this before your next turn. Yep.
I'd ask that you not
but-
use it now.
But you
I
are
forgot-
right. Yeah, I'll give it to Jerk because he does a lot more damage.
All right. I forgot about it because I forgot we changed. We did another initiative roll for it.
Yeah.
It was a weird situation, but the zombies are so slow that they didn't really catch up to you, and I wanted you guys to have that chance to have that conversation. So.
All right, and
Makes sense, right?
let's see. And I don't want to see it. I think I'd like to move forward 10 feet and pass.
Okay. And after I don't even know how to put this, but
A barrage.
yeah,
Onslaught?
after this well-timed, very well-executed sneak attack, this necromancer would seem to be like pouring out blood everywhere, but he's wearing blood-red robes, so it's almost deceptive about how much damage he's taken. He turns back. First chance he's even noticed. He's had a chance to notice something's happening. How did you defeat my children? You'll never get this wizard's tower. It's mine. I want it. I'll have it. It's always been mine and it always will be. And he...
You know, if it always had been, I think he would have mentioned that earlier when he was offering us the job.
I mean, yeah,
he's still being lit up by that moonbeam, so
yeah,
he's
so
gonna
what
have
is
to make another con save.
It's like
Alright,
when
And take more damage.
it's like the character makes the save at the start of their turn.
Every turn until they leave the light.
On each of your turns, Taliesin, after you cast the spell, you can use an action to move the beam. Okay, no, that's not it. It's when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, which it did on the first time on a turn on your turn. Oh, no.
Or starts its turn there.
Okay, so it shoots down. What's that? Centered on a point within range until the spell ends. Dim light fills the cylinder. So you cast the spell, and it caused a spell of dim light in the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, which actually would be now, not your turn.
Sure.
So it would have been now.
Yeah.
Or it starts its turn in there. So this would have been the first time it should have been damaged by that.
I actually just found this dev post that says, "Does Moonbeam deal damage when you cast it?"
Yeah.
And it says no.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It wouldn't make sense. But I mean, he's still like insanely hurt.
It doesn't really matter because he would. If I cast it on him, he's gonna take damage.
When his turn starts.
Yeah, when his turn starts. So the damage you cast before now happened, right? Like, so
That's
you, yeah, you just basically like burnt him down to almost nothing.
I was more or less just reminding you, like, every turn start in that light, he gets hit with it.
Yeah. So he failed that. Did he fail it, or he saved it, but he took half as much? So he took half the damage on his first. So that's what that happened.
Yeah.
He's not a shape changer, so he doesn't make any saving throw with disadvantage because he's not a shape changer. If it failed, he reverted to his form. And it turns after you cast the spell, you can use an action to move the beam up to 60 feet in any direction. So you get to move the spell as an action. I guess you can use an act. Yeah, so you use it after. So basically the damage you did before happens now, and he.
Yeah.
Okay, so he turns around.
Like, why are you even here? What do you even want with me in this area? This is my find and my, like, he just wants it to be his. He's angry and shouting at you guys.
Jerk, this guy is spitting in your face. Would you like to use your reaction to quip back at him? The general gist was, what are you doing here?
I just tell him we're taking your tower. We were going to be nice about it and just ask you to stop killing people, but now it's our tower.
Give me that book, nerd.
You see this man like reach into his pouch, grab out a scroll, flip the scroll out, and throw it in front of him, and it summons. I don't know it. And it summons a very large creature.
In this space?
Yeah.
The hawk doesn't take up space, so that might be the nearest open space.
Yeah. As he flings it out in front of him. And it's kind of like as the scroll rolls out on the ground, you see these runes on the scroll glow, light up towards the ceiling, and in a like puff of smoke, a gigantic, somewhat familiar ogre body
What?
appears in front of you.
Ogre body?
Hmm?
Wait, didn't... When was...
Did we pop his head?
Wait, which ogre was this?
This is the ogre from the cave who was sitting on the boat.
The cave that's like not far from where we currently are?
Did we
Yeah.
take his head? Did we like take his head or
What-
something though, or just but like?
Regardless, please
Would
go
you
on.
like to roll perception to see
Yes.
Yes.
who's in this room? Who's in this room? Oh, everyone's in this room. Okay, you can all roll me perception if you want to.
I activate the owl special effect.
I activate all
Pretty
my
sure.
perception abilities.
At
Pretty sure that we have a bonus. to perception.
2d20, keep highest 1 plus 3, hashtag owl perception.
16.
Sparkle.
We
gem.
also we all have advantage on.
Wow.
perception checks.
Oh,
Oh.
advantage on perception. Roll advantage on perception. Roll one more d20 if you
Oh,
roll.
yeah,
it
everyone
for
gets
advantage.
hawk vision now.
18. Woo!
Jerk. Oh, you got it too.
All
Alright.
16.
21.
Worse than all of that. Just go on.
Everyone recognizes this ogre as wearing the same ogre loincloth that you had seen before.
He's
It's-
he's
It's
unarmed
it's
though.
it's definitely the ogre you had that you have spent time killing in the past.
I gave his axe
As
to
it summons
Sildar,
it.
Wait.
so he's unarmed.
No, the ogre. You took the war chief. Like,
did
or
I?
the-
Okay.
the
I
chief
thought you
orc.
took the
He just had, like, a
axe of the
big
loudest
stick.
of the small guys.
Yeah, he just had a tree trunk or something, didn't he?
Whatever weapon this guy had was too big for any of us to actually use.
Yeah.
Except for Roshi.
Except for Roshi. Roshi was very strong.
Roshi already has 2 weapons.
All right, are we either-
Whatever.
either
Have
this is a good good place to pause and stop, or I need to use the restroom. I don't care which one. I'm
I'm
into
gonna-
it if you guys want to keep going.
I'm getting tired.
I really need to take a shower.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Totally.
Sorry.
I'm excited, but
Yeah, I am too, but I'm like, like it's late and we're like on a thing, but
I just want
it's
to tell
something,
him
pretty cool.
it's
So-
something to look forward to.
before I
with your guys really high perception roll, I want to tell you too that like not only did you notice that this ogre seemed extremely familiar. It seemed to be an ogre that you have dealt with in the past, but at the end of the hall, what you saw the necromancer standing in front of was a series of steps that led up to 2 doors that seemed to be a good 5 feet in front of the wall behind them. So there's just a set of doors, a gate, if you will, just like on top of a platform that the steps lead up to, down at the end of the hall. And then
Well,
you've
that's
seen all of these other casks and what you would look at and quickly understand as caskets in a way, but there's giant stone emblems of a tomb. You're entering a tomb.
Let's see. Is there any business needs to be done with this session?
after that
don't think so.
summon, I just want to tell him I've seen Naruto too, you weeb, and stab him in the face.
Would that be vicious mockery?
Yeah, it would be. Sorry, it's not a reaction.
Damn it.
Let's see, that's effective. Oh, and I still have my buff running.
Oh no! God damn it! I'm sorry. Oh no, I fucked it up. I have it written as a different thing. I wanted him to roll the scroll out and then take the skull out from behind him and throw it onto the scroll. Is where the beer is. So he had taken the skull and then he had used it with his magic in order to spawn the creature again.
Fair enough.
You can retcon that.
Yeah. So
I
it was
feel like you had this whole big like entrance and battle plan for him, and then we just fucked him up like.
yeah,
before
your
you-
sneak attack really fucked him up. I actually kind of expected. So like, are we done? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Was this the
Let's
ogre?
say goodnight, internet.
Good night, internet.
Internet.